flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Bluebird Windows and Doors has been servicing Colorado's Front Range for over a decade with products built for Colorado's ever-changing climate. Get windows, doors, and siding manufactured to last a lifetime, backed by strong warranties. Buy more, save more this August. When you mention you heard about Bluebird from me, Mike Evans, you'll save an additional 5%. With all the Bluebird days in Colorado, enjoy it while looking through beautiful, energy-efficient windows from Bluebird. Financing options available. Visit gobluebirdco.com. Bluebird Windows and Doors. Make today a Bluebird Day.
Now is the best time to buy. Get ahead of the competition and get the deal you want on the home you really want. Maximize your savings with lowest rate for life, and if the market does improve, we can save you money without any additional lender fees or appraisal fees. We're here for you today and tomorrow and celebrating 30 years of helping homeowners with expanded approvals, low rates, credit improvements, and more. Call U.S. Mortgages at 303-LOW-RATE.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Here's a story my lovely wife Kimberly was particularly proud of. Jeffrey, a listener just like you, called 303 Law 4040 and said he was T-boned by a driver running a red light and rammed his car right into a tree. When the cops came, the other driver lied and the police believed him. They said Jeffrey was at fault. Now, with the big made-for-TV lawyers, that's where the case would normally end. Many of them won't even touch a case if they actually have to work to prove it. But Jeffrey insisted he was innocent. He worked with us together on our team to find the witnesses and the evidence to get the ticket overturned and the insurance company's denial reversed. At 303 Law 4040, we aren't a big settlement mill like the made-for-TV lawyers. Each client meets with me and my lovely wife Kimberly in person, and you get our cell phone numbers. If you've been injured in an accident, you know the number, 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 104.3 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026. Unfinished business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
Off and rolling. Here on a Monday, August 17th, as we are now officially into late August, you could say. Preseason game number 1 in the books, and we're here to react to it all. What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on, ZB? Happy Monday to you and everybody out there listening to us. It was another camp day, and it felt like one. It felt like one, and I know, looking at those players today, ZB, now they were in shells, guys.
Yep.
There was no full pads. It's a ramp-up. You just played in the game, you got some time off, and now you're back out there. Although the practice was very long, it wasn't physical. It wasn't the physical part about it. It was more mental and just getting as many reps as possible, which I'm fine with. But those players, it's hard for them to transition back into camp mode. It's hard for you once you taste it.
You could feel it, right?
Yeah, you could feel it. Like you just tasted what it felt like to be on that football field during a game. And you dominated the game. All 3 phases, even the third string players were getting in on some of that action. And now you get back on that bus, you get back on the plane, you fly back down to Denver, you're back in the hotels. So now it hits you again that you're still in camp, even for the vets. You're like, damn, fool's gold there. And then you got to go back to practice and you got to compete. You're still being evaluated, ZB. And I felt that today, that energy of like, not necessarily poor me, but it's like, man, we're trying to save ourselves for this next game because the games, that's what really matters if you're trying to make this team. And if you can't make this team, like I always say, there's 31 other teams out there that are looking at that film, but you need to be available, ZB.
Yeah, and practice today, and I guess we could spend a little bit more time on it later today, but the lack of energy. Yeah. Because on top of it is it got canceled for the fans. So even, the 1,000 eyeballs, or I guess maybe 2,000 if you have both eyeballs, on you for practice, even that was missing. And you're coming off a preseason game, no fans, there's 50 media members just looking at you. And yeah, you could tell, there's just not there was it was very, very flat. And so it was probably good that it wasn't a fully padded physical practice, more of a thinking day. But to the game on Friday night, Broncos just smack the Atlanta Falcons. Just smack them. And we know the Falcons are not supposed to be good. We know that the Broncos are supposed to be pretty good to, whatever degree you believe in these 2026 Denver Broncos. And it looked like it. I was talking with you and a member of the organization out there. Like, you could just see how much further along the Broncos are in their football operation, right? Like from the depth standpoint and I know there's some penalties and we'll get into it, but just these two teams are just so dissimilar. Yeah, they're just, one is loaded with talent, and even the 3s and 4s that are going to be on the field are going to whoop the 3s and 4s that are in Atlanta.
That's where it starts, though, ZB. We talk about depth all the time, and that's exactly what Sean Payton, what I've heard in the building, that's what he's preaching right now. We have to have depth. We must have depth. Why? Because week 5, when you're going up against the Chargers and then you have to turn around and play Seattle, you may be dealing with your backups.
Totally.
Or Boobie's backup, which is the 3rd stringer. So you want to make sure they're up to par so there's not no major drop-off. And so when you get into a preseason game against the Atlanta Falcons, now Atlanta's top-heavy. They have some really good talent when it comes to their starters. But after that, all right, they're done. They look like the Denver Broncos of 2018 when I was there, where it's like you have some really good players, but once they get hurt, all right, you're out of it. You don't have a chance to make a playoff run because you just don't have the talent when it comes to the 2s and 3s. That's not the case with the 2026 Denver Broncos. All right, they're loaded with talent. They're loaded with really good backup players that can come in and substitute for maybe a game or two. It's not going to be a major drop-off, and actually you're still going to be able to stay afloat and win some of these tougher games because the talent is there, ZB. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I saw out of this game, the Atlanta Falcons versus the Denver Broncos. Broncos dominated.
Yeah, and I remember talking about Davis Webb with you a week ago, and we were saying, well, what's he want to show? What's he doesn't want to show? And we'll get into some interesting comments from Sean Payton about that earlier today, just a couple hours ago. But I said, hey, they scored 27 points against the Arizona Cardinals last year in the one game he got to call.
Very impressive.
That should be the aim, right? And you want to go out there and have success, right? And it's not about, showing all your cards, but like you want to do a good job.
Yes.
This is like your first real dress rehearsal for what's awaiting you in now officially, under a month. Like it's coming. It's here. And the fact that they went up and put exactly 27 on Atlanta and dominated that game in the way that they did is just super healthy to see. And you guys know, just like I do, the old phrase when it comes to preseason games. It doesn't count, but it matters.
It does. You don't look at the points. You don't look at the scoreboards. You look at the players. You look at how things are being ran, offensively, defensively, special teams wise. All right, is it something that's like smooth for the offense? Let's go there first. Are they getting in and out of the huddle? Are they making those mistakes? Are they making sure that when they are on the line of scrimmage, they're getting those checks in? Is it an opportunity for a receiver to catch a ball? Are the quarterbacks doing the right things? That's what you're looking for. The operation is what I'm getting at. And then for the defense, it's the exact same thing. And when both are doing their part, it's like, okay, this is what we wanted to see. Now let's see if our backups can do it. Let's see if the third string players can do it, and you go from there.
Yeah, I mean, that game was, and again, the final score doesn't matter, but it's noteworthy that you're pounding someone so bad. The game was over at halftime. The game was completely over at halftime. And you're talking about winning the line of scrimmage? Oh, my goodness. I mean, and that's where football starts, right? And just the early returns are so good. And when that pick six ultimately got brought to the crib, which I think was made it 24-0.
Yep, it did.
It's just like, wow.
Icing on the cake, ZB. And, of course, Jahdae Barron, right? We've been begging for someone like Jahdae Barron to come up. He did. Riley Moss is another one.
Yeah.
We have sat here, and I know a lot of people can't be at camp. There's only 1,000 people that can be at camp, but a lot of people are listening to us every day rave about Riley Moss. Well, you got to see it on TV. Okay, Riley is doing some great stuff out there. Jahdae Barron looked better than he has all camp. Now, we're going to get into more details about these players.
Yeah, because there's some context there, too.
But it was good to see the team go out there with a business-like mindset and just dominate all three phases with the 1s, 2s, and 3s. It was good to see Sean Payton upset about non-football related stuff.
Yeah, like operational stuff, like behind the scenes and stuff.
Because what that's telling me is he's holding everybody accountable, not just the coaching staff, not just the players, but the medical team as well. Okay, the media people as well. Everybody matters, and it starts with these preseason games and making sure everybody is on the same page and everything is ran the right way. And this is what happens when you have a well-oiled machine. You go out there and you dominate on the road against the Falcons.
Yep, and a preseason game, all it is, it's a clue. It's an early clue of what could be. No promises, but it's an indication of what could be. And, the early return on that first clue, pretty freaking incredible. Not that it was perfect, and we'll talk about some of the, lapses there. But, 27-7, absolutely dominant performance from the Broncos on Friday night. And when we look at one of the biggest question marks that we had about the offense, it was the run game. What did it look like to us? That's where we'll pick up this conversation next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for the City of Aurora on the golf side of things and golfaurora.com. Guys, I love playing golf in Aurora. All 5 of their public courses, Aurora Hills, Meadow Hills, Murphy Creek, Saddle Rock, Spring Hill. They are cannot miss, guys. Professionally maintained. Restaurants for post-round fun, and they have camps. All right, we've experienced that 2 summers in a row for my kiddo, and lessons, something that I'm experiencing right now and taking leaps and bounds forward in my golf game, working with my guy Jeff over there at Murphy Creek. Guys, it's a great place to hang with your kids. One of the best deals in the metro is that kids golf free after 2 p.m. with a paying adult, all right? You could see what I'm talking about on Instagram at Golf Aurora CO. Stunning views and sunsets. So get together with some friends or family and book that next tee time now at golfaurora.com. That's golfaurora.com.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We've just celebrated our 27th year in business. Thank you for your continued support.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
Imagine this, no more wasting time in traffic, no more crowded gyms. And here's the touchdown play, get your family involved. Your health is your ultimate MVP, and I know staying fit is not always easy. Whether it's Rod, Carl, or myself, we shop at Fitness Gallery, and you should too. With the right equipment at home, you can train like a pro whenever it suits you. You never regret buying quality. Fitness Gallery sells commercial-grade equipment for the home. It's simply the best.
Invest in your health and happiness with Fitness Gallery. Visit one of our 7 store locations for a free home gym layout and design today.
Men, if your energy is down, your workouts aren't producing results, you're gaining stubborn weight, losing muscle, sleeping poorly, or just not feeling like yourself anymore, it may be more than just aging. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Our low T and body composition treatments are designed to help men regain energy, improve focus, sleep better, build lean muscle, reduce unwanted fat, and restore confidence both in and out of the gym. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we specialize in helping men optimize their health, performance, and vitality. Using personalized medical treatments tailored to your health and goals, many men begin noticing improvements in energy, mental clarity, recovery, motivation, libido, and overall body composition within just a few weeks. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, PSA and T-test, and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built Americans' financial foundation on the principle of sound, stable money, a principle later embodied by the gold standard. However, we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have since seen inflation erode the dollar's value. This is Stephen K. Bannon. What is the foundation of your savings? Birch Gold Group has been helping Americans solidify their savings with gold for the past 15 years. They help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless 5-star reviews, let Birch Gold help build your foundation with gold. To learn more, get your free info kit from Birch Gold by texting SECURE to 989898. That's SECURE to 989898. Take a stand for your financial future. Text SECURE to 989898 right now to receive your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold Group.
Message and data rates may apply.
It's summertime, and Aleve is here to keep you on the go. Whether it's planes, trains, or automobiles, Aleve's got your back with up to 12 hours of back pain relief. With just one dose, you'll get to your destination and be ready for your next adventure. So pack your sunscreen, your shades, and your Aleve. No matter where your final stop, Aleve will keep you moving. From sunup to sundown, Aleve's got your back this summer. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used the trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax, it only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Experience the new $3 Pepper Jack Steak Burrito in Decadent Melty or Crisp Fresca. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Tax extra.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Aero Seal Colorado.
It's Training Camp 2026. Unfinished business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Powered by Aero Seal Colorado.
So Friday night was our first clear view of how the running game would look. Not that you can't get an idea of it out at training camp. You can, but we know that they can't tackle to the ground. So, you know, the crystal clear reality of what it will be on September 14th was just like we're still searching. We're still in discovery mode. And again, not that it's going to have the same setup against the Chiefs as so many guys carried the ball, for the Broncos on Friday.
What did your eyes tell you in our first sort of sneak peek of what the Broncos run game will look like?
Well, one, ZB, that they are going to try to run the ball more than they did last year. This is what it's looking like to me now. It was the first preseason game, but I love what Davis Webb was doing. Number one, he got the fullback involved.
He did.
You always got to get the big uglies involved. Even the fullback, he's a big ugly too.
On the first drive, twice.
First drive, yes. One to move the chains, pick up a first down.
3rd and short.
And then rewarding the fullback for picking up the first down, rewarding him by a touchdown on the 1 yard line. I think that's something. It's little, but it's big. It's telling everybody matters. It's showing that everybody matters, even the fullback that opens up these holes for these running backs. Now, you go into the running backs. Of course, let's start with R.J. Harvey. Okay, he was the first one in there. J.K. Dobbins did not play. R.J. Harvey kind of looked similar to what he did last year. Okay, running hard when he had an opportunity down, in between the in the trenches, right, in between the tackles, which he did a good job at times of doing, breaking a couple tackles. They implemented the power. Go ahead, Z. You have something?
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say it was good to see him and again, he didn't look like Terrell Davis or something, but like, given where he was a year ago when it came to running between the tackles, we're talking about R.J. Harvey here, I thought it was. I don't want to get over my skis with it, but I was pleasantly surprised with some of the, single possessions that we saw.
Yeah, getting downhill, getting vertical as fast as possible. It was good to see that. Now, I will say, RJ was doing a better job of that as the year went on last year. And then for him to go out there and look like he did with this first preseason game, it was good to see. But in my head, just like I believe in the coaches' heads, they look at RJ Harvey as this third down back catching out of the backfield. And then if they have to use him in between the tackles, they can do that. All right, but the main event was Jonah Coleman. And right off the bat, Jonah Coleman made it clear that, hey, he is running violently. He is getting downhill. All right, one cut, get vertical, breaking tackles. That's what everybody was wanting to see. I was excited when Jonah Coleman got in the game because it just brought a different energy. I like where R.J. Harvey's spot is as this third down back. But Jonah Coleman's going to be the guy that can keep J.K. healthy. Why? He's going to take some reps off of him early. And if Jonah Coleman can show us against the Green Bay Packers next week, because that's what they're playing against, it's Green Bay. Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Then it's like, okay, like my eyes are right. Jonah Coleman is this big bowling ball, okay, low to the ground, breaking tackles, getting vertical. He's very patient. This is something that I was surprised about with Jonah Coleman the first preseason game is he's very patient, and I love the run scheme of just power, getting downfield with some pullers. As long as the Denver Broncos running backs have pullers, ZB, they're going to be just fine. They're going to be able to pick up the first downs, which then will lead to the passes, the play action, everything that we need to be more explosive. It starts with the damn run game.
Man, Jonah Coleman, Phil.
How you feel about him?
Man, I'm excited. And again, I don't want to break out the anointing oil after one preseason game.
Well, it's sitting right there, man. Make sure you put it back.
That's for something else.
Okay. Pass it to me later.
Man, I don't want to get over my skis. It was one preseason game that literally contained. How many carries did he have? 4. Okay, it's literally 4 carries.
But what did he average?
But also, if you remember, he got one called back.
He did.
From the holding call, that was a really nice run.
A chunk play, yeah.
It was like, I don't know, like a 12-yard run or something like that got called back. That changes everything with the average, if that stands. But then he had a separate 13-yard run 2 minutes after that, not even. And so when you're looking at 4 carries for 24 yards, it's 6 yards a carry, all right? Again, let's not put him in the Hall of Fame, but he flashed. He just clearly flashed with the vision, with the spin move, the contact balance, the patience. I mean, here's where I'm at with Jonah Coleman. I just can't wait to see more. I can't wait for the next chapter of what this could look like because I'm already starting to use my imagination. It's like, wait, some of that stuff at Washington is showing up right out of the gate. Man, that is really exciting.
I mean, when you have an offensive line, now Luke Wattenberg did not play, so you didn't have your starter, but Forsythe did. So when you have your starting offensive line and your backup center, all right, and they're out there and they're used to doing this and they're opening those holes, Jarrett Stidham did a great job of orchestrating things and making sure everybody was in the right positions and executing when he was asked to pass the ball. It just opens up the run game. And I'll tell you this, as a former running back that was a starter but always was looking behind my shoulder anytime time a running back did something well. Like, that's just human nature. J.K. is probably feeling a little bit more pressure than he did last year. Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Come on, Z.
It makes sense.
J.K. sitting at the house, sitting at the crib, smiling because he's like, hey, look, I'm going to be the starter. But then you got a guy named Jonah Coleman that everybody's been talking about that's been very consistent during camp of just getting vertical, making some big-time plays. And now he's showing it. He's showing it against the Atlanta Falcons. He's breaking tackles. If you're J.K. Dobbins, you can't wait to get back out there because this young Buck, you don't want to give him too many opportunities. You don't want the coaching staff to say, maybe in 5, 6, 7, 8 games, maybe Jonah Coleman can overtake J.K. And now we're going to give him, who we drafted, and he's cheaper, an opportunity. So if you're J.K., you may feel a little bit of pressure right now until you get out there during a preseason game and you establish that, hey, this is why I'm the starter.
Yeah, here's Sean Payton from about 2 hours ago talking about the instincts he saw from Jonah Coleman in his preseason debut.
I kind of felt like we knew what the roles were going to be like, and then there was a point, I think he had 2 or 3 carries, and all right, I've seen enough here, and so it's just your instincts relative to the evening and who's playing, but I didn't need to see additional evidence of what I've been seeing for 3 weeks.
With all due respect to Sean Payton, who has forgotten more football than I will ever know or understand, all right, you can't tell me for a rookie runner like you're seeing everything you need to see in practices where you're not tackling. Like that, it's okay to say, it was really good to see. And yeah, you can see some of the instincts for sure out there at practice, obviously, but there's certain things like with that position uniquely, man. Like
you got to see somebody break a tackle.
You do, because once upon a time, I remember Sean Payton, glowing, talking about Audric Estime. But if you don't see it, how long do those words last? And the fact that we saw it right out of the gate, I mean, the spin, the spin move.
Being hit too, right? Getting hit and spinning out of it, getting vertically, to pick up more yards. That's what you want to see. An instinctive runner that runs tough, that gets back in the huddle and does it again and very consistent. But the patience is what I love the most. When you are doing a bunch of misdirection, when you are doing a bunch of pulling with the power, you must be patient as a runner so that you can set your blocks up, so that your offensive line can get to that next level. You have to put your offensive line on the blocks to help them out. Jonah Coleman did a good job of that. I'm not going to say great, but he did a good job of that. And he caught a couple times out of the backfield.
He did. He ended up having, let me just get it right so I don't misspeak. Well, why am I not saying that? They do not have him unless I'm just missing it.
Unless there was a flag.
You know what? I think it was a flag.
Yeah, because he definitely caught one out of the backfield.
He did. No, he did. He did. And that was part of Friday night's story, right? It was the penalties.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get that cleaned up. Sean Payton talked about that after the game as well as after practice today. We'll get some of that audio to you as the afternoon develops. But yeah, when they talk about Coleman, they talk about the maturity. And man, it just does not feel like someone who's an early 20-something. This guy, the way he talks, the way he walks, and then you're seeing the on-field maturity of you talking about showing patience, letting things develop. That was just so good to see. So very excited about a young Jonah Coleman. And then Jaleel, man, he was playing so well. He really was. There was a couple just like little bursts, and there wasn't any house call or anything like that. But you wanted
a touchdown.
He did score a touchdown, and he did break a tackle, and then the turnover. I mean, if you're him and you're walking in his shoes, how do you quantify a night like Friday night for Jaleel?
Well, you can't put the ball on the ground. You cannot put the pigskin on the ground. That's a fact. We all know that as a running back. That's how you get benched. That's how you lose your job. And so, yes, you may have went out there and had a great outing. But if you fumble the ball, that could be a big reason why you lose the game. That can't happen, especially when you're in a battle with Tyler Bidet. You guys are battling for this 4th spot, and I truly believe that they're going to keep 4 running backs on this roster. I may be wrong. With Prentice, the fullback, being on the roster, it's going to come down to how many cornerbacks, how many tight ends the Broncos decide to keep. And if they do decide to keep 4 running backs on the roster, one's not going to dress. Jaleel's battling for that spot, but you can't put the ball on the ground when it's a close neck and neck and one guy plays more special teams than you do.
Right.
That right there could be the reason why you don't make this team. Now, I think for Jalil, Sean does like Jalil, like Tyler Bidet. He has a soft spot for Jalil.
Mm-hmm.
He wants Jalil to succeed.
Yep.
He's trying to figure out where he can put Jalil because you never know what's going to go down, especially with JK and his health. And Jalil's just a unique type of running back. So Jalil's still going to have the upper hand and have the opportunity. Now, if he puts the ball on the ground again, it's going to be bad for my man.
All right, we take a look at the other side of the ball. In the dominant performance from the Broncos defense, we'll talk about who stood out coming up next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Beyond Dino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to Aero Seal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, Broncos country, buckle up. It's officially time for football. It's football season, baby. It's Phillip Lindsay here. And if you've ever watched me play, which I know a lot of you have watched me play, you know I'm all about speed, agility, and getting where I need to go efficiently. And when it comes to your summer vacation, because you still have a little bit of time left, you need that same kind of reliable power. And this is why I'm teaming up with my friends at Hermes Worldwide. Let's be real. Getting to and from the airport or your destination could be a total fumble, stressful parking, unreliable ride sharing, and nobody needs to deal with that. And this is where Hermes Worldwide is going to step into the game and score that game-winning touchdown for your summer vacation plans. All right, they offer top-notch transportation services from sleek airport transfers and comfortable clean vehicles to reliable long-distance travel. They're dependable and very professional, and they understand that your vacation time is precious to you and your beautiful family. So, what I'm trying to tell you is you need to ditch the travel day headaches and make your summer vacation a guaranteed win. Call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600 or visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Hey, this is Rob Biandino at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. If you've been injured in a car accident or property damage, you need our help. I handle all my cases personally. I know all the medical experts, all the damage experts to get you the most for your injuries and your damages. If you're injured in an accident, call me. I will go to war for you. The insurance company knows that I'm a trial lawyer. That will get you more money, a better settlement at the end of the day. Give me a ring, 720-706-5151. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com.
Siltahar Motors, where Colorado goes for the best deals, the best selection, and people who treat you right. Ford is ranked #1 in quality by J.D. Power, and Siltahar has the best selection of top-quality Ford trucks and SUVs in Colorado. F-150, Bronco, Explorer, and Ranger at 0% financing, no payments for 90 days, thousands in cash back. Plus, a large selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, warrantied, and backed by a 5-day exchange with top dollar for your trade. Family-owned Ford dealerships in Colorado since 1960, STHmotors.com, or Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
Max HELOC can lower your bill significantly. Borrow $250,000 and have a payment option as low as $495 a month. We make it easy to save. Call now for a no-risk, no-obligation quote. U.S. Mortgages 303 low rate.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
The Tree Farm's 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 20th. It's our biggest sale of the year with thousands of carry-out size trees that are easy to handle and easy to plant. Buy the first tree at regular price and get a second tree for only 50 cents. Choose from thousands of shade trees, flowering trees, fruit trees, evergreen trees, ornamental trees, and more. The Tree Farm's 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 20th.
I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
Most small business break-ins happen between 2 and 5 a.m. The owner finds out when they unlock the door at 7. Pull footage from a consumer system and you get a silhouette and a hoodie. Nothing identifiable. Vantage installs cameras that read a face in total darkness. And they don't stop at cameras. Access control, network, intercom, cabling, AV. One company, one number. Ready to invest in real security for your business or property? Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit business.vssicolorado.com today.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 104.3 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
The strength of the Denver Broncos was on full display on Friday night. Holy smokes. That Broncos defense. Goodness gracious, Phil. I mean, no John Franklin Myers, no problem, at least in preseason game number 1. An absolutely stifling and smothering performance by the Broncos defense.
I mean, Z, the one thing that has been very consistent about the Denver Broncos for the past 2 years has been that damn defense. Vance Joseph has done a phenomenal job of putting those players in good situations. They have great depth. And they go out there and they play as a unit. They play as a team. And that's exactly what they did in preseason game number 1 against the Falcons. Now, what I was impressed with, ZB, is you didn't see a bunch of zone or a man being played during that preseason game.
Correct.
It was a lot of zone.
Tons of it.
And guess what? When you play zone, comes turnovers. And you were able to see a couple turnovers, and you could have seen a couple more if the players would have just turned their heads around or caught the ball. But you're seeing a lot more of that because what zone does for you guys is it keeps you in front. You're looking at the quarterback. You're able to bait a quarterback thinking that there's a spot open when it's fool's gold, and now you're picking the ball off. And if you get a good push, good rush from your ends and your defensive tackle, it forces the quarterback to make a ill-advised throw, forces them to speed up their process, and that's how you get the turnovers. So it was good to see the defense dominating from the trenches to the linebacker core, which we're going to talk a little bit more of.
Yeah.
And then the DBs and safeties. Everybody did their part. They did a great job, and they were able to get the turnovers, and they were dominant, ZB.
It's a pretty good omen that your first preseason game has multiple interceptions. Multiple. The Broncos in 17 games last year had only 2 total games where they had multiple interceptions. And here they are checking that box in the initial preseason game. There's context to some stuff. We'll get into it. But overall, guys, think about this stat. The Broncos held the Falcons. Atlanta had 12 possessions, okay? 12. The Broncos held the Falcons to 21 or fewer net yards in 11 of the 12 possessions. I'm going to say that one more time. The Broncos held the Falcons to 21 or fewer net yards in 11 of the 12 Atlanta possessions. That is just having someone in a headlock, in a vice grip. I mean, it was really, really fun to watch.
Spanking that butt.
Really was. Who stood out the most to you?
Oh, there was a couple, Z. There was a couple. Let's go with the starters. All right, who I think is going to start or is going to get a lot of playing time. He may not be a starter, but I love his energy. Obviously, we hear his voice all the time. But Malcolm Roach was out there pushing people around.
Yep.
All right, you need that heavy presence in the middle. It can't just be Zach Allen. Zach Allen didn't play a bunch. All right, but you still feel his presence. But Malcolm Roach, okay, he's all over the place. He's forcing this quarterback to make these bad decisions or having to dump it down to the running back. And now it's easier for a linebacker or a safety to flow up and make that tackle. I love what I'm seeing out of Malcolm Roach. Malcolm Roach knows, okay, other than Wazirike, he's going to get a lot of playing time this year, more playing time than last year. And at times, maybe he even starts in some games with Zach Allen or just helping him out. So Malcolm Roach is going to be a guy that you're going to have to continue to watch because he knows this opportunity in front of him to be a starter. Now, he's always been around Sean Payton, ZB.
Yep.
He has, he's going to have a spot on this team, but he wants more reps. He wants more respect. And Friday night, he was able to get that push. He was able to feel his presence. You were able to feel his presence, and he made some plays. Even if he didn't get a tackle, he made some plays and helped out.
Yeah, when the frontline guys were out there, when the starters and then the twos were out there, so call it the first 4 possessions of the game, okay? This is so cool. The Broncos defense surrendered 25 net yards in the first 4 Falcons possessions.
Come on.
Guys, I'm talking about combined. 25 total yards in the first 4 possessions. That is dominance. You know who I thought played really well in his limited time out there was Jonathan Cooper.
Jay Coop. Oh, yeah.
Jonathan Cooper, who had a really slow finish to the season. Really slow. Just a half sack in the last 7 games. Wow. I mean, that guy, and we know he's dealing with his stuff, and we'll see what happens later this month.
I mean, if you're playing these games and then you get a little rest, that's a telltale sign that my man might play all the games this year, ZB. That's kind of what it's looking like. Why would you put him out there and then take him out if you didn't think that he was going to get some time, a slap on the wrist?
I think they're handling it as if this thing is going to go away, which we've been talking about for probably 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
I firmly think this thing is going to go away for the reasons that we laid out. And again, not to, reset the entire conversation, but once we got the affidavits, our show got a hold of the affidavits, and I consulted with a lawyer, and you exhaust those conversations, and it's like, yeah, this thing's probably going to go away. And you can go back and listen. What was that? Maybe 3 Fridays ago?
Yeah, 3 Fridays now.
So if you want to go back and listen to a purely dedicated conversation, just pull up the podcast, DenverSports.com, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you pod, and it'll sort of explain my thought process and rationale in saying that. But yeah, the Broncos' actions look like it as well, but he played great. Riley Moss, hey.
They call him Riley Boss right now, ZB.
He's
bossing it.
Let's go Riley Sauce. Okay. Hey, this extension.
Calm down.
This extension. It's a matter of when, not if.
Hold on.
It's a matter of when and not if. This guy has had an incredible summer.
But hold on now. Hold on, ZB. I think that you kind of jumping the gun just a little bit. I love what I'm seeing from Riley Boss, or Sauce, if you want to call him that. Okay, he's doing what he has been doing in camp. Every single day, he did it in this preseason game and had an interception, rewarded himself.
And remember, the last 8 games of the season in 2025, he was great.
Yeah.
So again, when you're seeing something out at camp that syncs up with what you've seen like in real big boy football, and then you see that flash again when the lights are on in preseason game number 1, like it starts to complete a picture.
Don't you want to see this man not in preseason? We know that Riley Moss is going to be the starter this year. Jahdae Barron's just not ready yet. Chris Abrams-Drain is a backup. So don't you really want to see him play against, I don't know, let's just say the Chiefs, and although he should dominate the Chiefs because the Chiefs don't have good receivers, all right, let's just say Jacksonville, the Rams, San Francisco, the Chargers, Seattle, and if he dominates those games, then come Arizona, go ahead and give him that extension. Don't you want to see that, Z?
They're not going to give it to him right now, and they shouldn't. You're right. There's no need to do it right now.
Not if, it's when.
And I believe that. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But here's the thing. Don't let him keep making plays on the ball like he has been.
Why not? We need him to.
Because the price is going to go up.
Okay, ZB.
Up.
And you know what? That's great for him.
It is great.
That's great. It's not going to be great for the Denver Broncos because guess what? In the back of their heads, they're saying, dang, we still have to pay Bo Nix. And we're not going to sit here and pay 2 cornerbacks. One that's getting $100 million, another $20 million a year.
Hold on a second. We need to continue this conversation. We need to continue this conversation.
When we talk about Riley Sauce, you ready?
Dude,
you got the sleeves on today. I see you.
Like Riley. All right, we'll continue the conversation about Riley Moss, Jahdae Barron, and Phillip, and people like him were served a reminder on Friday night, okay? We'll talk about what that was. We'll get to all of it next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of my friends at Homestrong. You know, repairs shouldn't feel overwhelming. That's why Homestrong is your one-stop shop. family-owned, 20-plus years of experience, and the highest-rated structural company in the state of Colorado. Over 300 five-star Google reviews. So if you see cracks, water issues, or a cold, dirty crawl space, start with a free inspection and quote. Homestrong handles everything, guys. Foundation repair, basement waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation, concrete lifting, decorative concrete, even turning crawl spaces into fully finished basements without calling another contractor. Financing is available. Lifetime transferable warranty. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Denver Deck Builders is the #1 deck builder in Colorado. It's family owned. I got Tyler, one of the sons, with me. Every family member has their area of expertise. What's yours?
I got my master's degree, did finance and accounting, and realized I was not a public tax accountant. It only took one busy season for me to learn that. Went back to my dad and was like, hey, I do not like this. I love sales. I love finance. I love business. Any chance that we could start the company? I don't want to swing the hammer forever. I'll do it for a little bit, but I want to do the sales and the business side.
Reach out to Denver Deck Builders for a free consultation. Go to ddbonthefan.com.
Are you looking for the perfect engagement ring? Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. We have a great selection to choose from. If you're looking for that one-of-a-kind custom ring, our associates will take the time with you to design that ring that she will love and her friends will go crazy over. At Matthews, when you purchase your ring and Centerstone, you'll receive 20% off your wedding bands. Make the right choice. Come to Matthews and save.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry, located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
Don't care for my local hometown team, ROX rocks heating and air. Don't get fooled by out-of-state private equity corporations that are buying local HVAC companies, offering higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. Don't trust your home to someone out of state when you have the best company right here in town. ROX are experts in local energy rebates and tax credits to save you money only at ROX rocks heating and air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX rocks heating and air.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. 35 years of quality products, next-day delivery, and fast will call service. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Colorado's turning 150 years old this month, but if your windows are failing, that could be costing you money on energy bills. Intense summer heat can cause failed seals, drafts, and condensation. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton can help. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton brings over 50 years of expertise. Save 25% on Infinity by Marvin Windows. Call Gravina's Window Center of Littleton today, or visit them at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
A small roof problem today can become a major expense tomorrow. Colorado hail, wind, and heavy snow can turn minor damage into costly repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Trust Colorado's best roofing for honest inspections, dependable repairs, and reliable service. Schedule your free roof inspection today at roofingcolorado.com.
It's no secret that the checkout line feels a lot heavier. If those daily essentials are ending up on a credit card, those double-digit interest rates are quietly draining your bank account. If that debt is starting to feel heavy, you're not alone. And if you're a homeowner, you've likely looked at your mortgage rate and thought, I can't touch that. With American Financing's Smart Equity Loan, you don't have to. It allows you to wipe out high-interest debt and lower your monthly overhead while keeping your primary mortgage intact. It's a surgical strike against debt. Unlike a fluctuating HELOC, the Smart Equity Loan is a fixed-rate loan, giving you a predictable monthly payment. At American Financing, there are never any upfront fees to find out what you qualify for. Guys, talk to a salary-based mortgage consultant today. Experts who are paid to help you save, not sell you more than you need. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area.
We come to you, quick, easy, and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500, plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule today at CumminsRecall.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute.
Here we go.
Hanging out with you here on a Monday, August 17th. That first hour flew by.
It's not if, it's when.
Hey.
You give Riley Sauce that contract, that $20 million per year contract right now.
So what part about that do you disagree with the statement? It's not a matter of if, but when.
Well, because I need to see Riley Moss play against this high talent and not get penalized more times than not, right?
Fair.
And he got better.
He got
you are right,
much
Zeke.
better.
I think he had one penalty with
like the last 8 games.
Last eight games. But, man, when you look at this schedule, all of them, not just Riley Moss, but that whole defense, they got to come to play. Jacksonville was able to do what they wanted to either PS2 and Riley Moss. All right, the Rams, two really good receivers. Now, I don't know what's going on with Puka. I don't know how much time, if he's missing time or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So we'll see about that. San Francisco's another one. They're scary. They usually have 2 really solid receivers and a tight end.
Although now Ricky Pearsall done
and
for the season.
Yeah. And then Seattle, the Chargers. Like, you got some really good teams that you're gonna have to go up against. And Riley Moss is gonna have to play his best because they're gonna go towards his way, no matter what. They're not gonna throw the PS2's way all day long. They're gonna go to Riley Moss because he's the number 2 corner. So now, if Riley can do that, fight off all these teams, look really, really good. He's gonna struggle at times. That's a cornerback for you, but look really, really good. Then that's 5 games into the season. That's who you are. All right, you're very consistent. Then go ahead and give him that contract, ZB.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That's why I'm saying it's a matter of when, not if.
You got to go out there and do it. I don't know.
You have to go out there. No.
I'm not confident. I'm not going to sit here and say I know he's going to go out there and do it. I don't know.
I'm not going to go so far and say I know that he's going to do it. I don't have a crystal ball, but
You say when?
Look. Hey, how often do we say, man, it's amazing what these guys do on a daily basis, goes and shows up during the season.
Yeah.
Now, it's not an exact science. We've seen guys, have not so great camps and go play well and vice versa. But when I see how you adjusted in the last 8 games of the year, I know how you're working in the offseason, and these guys put it out there, so we have a good understanding of that. He's working with Jaquan McMillan and others. And then you are doing it every single day in camp. I mean, hasn't Riley been one of the best Denver Broncos, full stop?
He has. Pat Bryant, then Riley Moss.
Yeah.
Or you could say Riley Moss, then Pat Bryant, however you want to put it.
Yeah, and then so I see the second half of the year. I see it every single day in training camp, and I'm seeing it in the very first preseason game. There's nothing that I'm seeing that thinks that, like, there's something, like, that's going to come and derail him. Like, he's already gone through the fire, and I think come out on the other side of it. And so
I'll say this. In the games, EB, a lot of Riley Moss's success came when they played zone. Man is different.
Sure.
But
he's a good man corner.
Yeah, to be fair, Riley has been doing well in man in camp. But it's different when you got to go get some of these receivers like Puka in man or Devontae Adams in this matter in man and not zone. I'm just putting that out there. I don't want to sound like a hater because I want Riley to get his money.
No.
But also, like, man is different than zone, and VJ is still going to play a lot of man.
Totally.
And when you play a lot of man, if you're too handsy, you are going to get penalized. We know that. We've seen this story already. So I just want to see Riley Boss, Sauce, start doing that when they play man again.
Yes. And look, he can only control what he can control at this moment.
Yes.
Let me ask you a very straightforward question.
Okay.
Do you believe Riley Moss is getting extended during this season?
No, I do not.
Really?
I don't think that they're going to extend Riley Moss because Riley Moss is going to outplay the contract. And you have to start looking at the future of, like, we're going to have to pay Bo Nix. We have PS2 that's been paid $100 million.
How about the future of the quarterback too?
They're going, yeah.
What does that look like?
They'll find another cornerback.
They
too.
found one. He's out of Iowa. He's the white guy. They found him. He's
I don't
really
know.
good.
He's white. He's wearing sleeves.
He's really good.
Yes,
you don't
but he's gonna
draft, develop,
outplay-
and no.
He's going to outplay his contract, and they're going to pay Jaquan McMillan instead of Riley Moss because Jaquan's going to take less because he's at the nickel position than Riley's going to want as a cornerback.
And who's your cornerback starting opposite of the defensive player of the year who's going to see the most traffic in the entire
It's going to be
NFL?
Riley Moss. It's going to be PS2's going to scare everybody away. So
This
it's gonna
time
be
next
Riley
year.
Moss.
No. This time next year.
They'll probably draft another cornerback. You know how Pat.
Hold on a
how,
second.
How Payton is.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So you're so Riley Moss is just going to play out the contract, walk away
because he's gonna outdo his contract, and he's gonna want more money because look, all the cornerbacks are getting paid.
Yes, he's one of them. He's really good.
Just got paid. So what is Riley going to take? You think Riley's going to say, "Hey, I need to be the highest paid cornerback"?
No, he's going to say, "I'm going to be the highest paid white cornerback." All right, I need about $19 million to $21 million per year, and that's where he's going to live. That's where they're going to pay him. You do not let, especially in this era of Broncos football, you do not draft, develop, and let walk away. This is what you do. You draft, develop, and pay.
So you're gonna pay. So you're gonna give Bo Nix, because Bo Nix is gonna ball this year. Okay, a $300 million contract. PS2 is gonna want to come back to the table because now he's just getting pushed down the list for the highest paid cornerbacks. He's gonna come back and say, "Hey, dude, I dominated again. You guys need to give me more cheese." What do you say? Cheese on that Whopper.
Yeah, and they just did that. They just gave him 5,000.
He's gonna want more.
5 million extra slices.
He's gonna want more. Jaquan McMillan's going to get paid because there's not a lot of nickels out there that can do what that man can do. You want him to just walk out the door?
I agree. No. They're going to pay him too.
And Jahdae Barron, ZB, the Crystal. My man did some things on Friday.
You think Jahdae Barron is going to be ready 1 year from now to play across Pat Surtain?
This is why you keep Riley Moss, so that Jahdae Barron doesn't get thrown into the fire right off the bat on the outside as a cornerback.
Well, it wouldn't be off the bat. His rookie year is over.
But as outside.
Year two.
Outside is different than the nickels, ZB.
I understand. Very different.
All right. Now, we could have said that if he was playing on the outside last year.
But
you say, hey, that's not right off the bat.
I don't see anything from Jahdae Barron that leads me to believe that he's going to be an outside corner.
What did Jahdae Barron just do on Friday?
Now let's just
he
address him
here.
here.
Two interceptions.
Yes.
2 of them things. He took one to the house. Actually had a fast a time too when it came to the.
He did.
To the back thing. What do they call it? The catapult.
Yeah, the catapult.
There we go. 20-something, 21 miles an hour. That's flying.
And the catapult, just real quick, that measures a player's everything,
yes,
right?
Everything that they're doing, their movements, their speed. They even have one like, hey, you're doing a lot of work. We want to rest you for a little while.
Right.
So it has everything.
And Catapult told him that Cortland Sutton needed 3 vet days in a row 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Riley Moss isn't going anywhere. Okay. I don't think.
Not this year.
Definitely not this year. I think he's going to get extended. With Jahdae Barron specifically, let me just say this. Good for that young man to have a moment like he had on Friday night. Because there have almost been no moments with Jahdae Barron.
Yeah.
You know, comparatively, you're the 20th overall pick. You'd think we'd have a decent little collection of them. We don't. Now, I'm happy for him. All right. It sounds like he gave that football to a special person. I think maybe his sister, Jahdae Barron, from after that pick 6, and I'm happy he got that moment. Let's talk about that moment.
Let's talk.
What happened?
What happened is the same thing that happened with Riley Moss. The defense was playing zone. You're in the right spot. When you're in the right spot, good things happen. Keanu Reed knocks the ball, tips the ball, ball's in the air. Jahdae Barron takes the ball out of the air, or it comes to him, Z.
That's
comes to him.
I just want you to be descriptive.
Okay, comes to him.
Yes.
And my man takes off, Jahdae Barron takes off sprinting for a 98-yard touchdown.
And it was awesome. And the defense needs more of that stuff.
But the reason why that was successful is because Jahdae Barron was in the right spot.
That's right.
Not like, hey, right like place, right time. Right spot.
Yeah,
like
but kind of though. No, I understand, but like he was kind of in the right place. And
Riley did the same thing.
And you have to be there.
In your spot, and it comes to you. The quarterback throws it behind, and now you're catching the ball. You have to be in the right spot.
Yes. And when I talk about Riley, I'm not like saying what I'm saying because he had an interception that was thrown behind the receiver, which it was, and you got to make the play, and he did, right? My conversations with Riley
now you want to pay him.
Are more stacked up, right? I'm not talking about a singular moment with Riley. I'm talking about the back half of the season, every day through the summer, and then what I see in the preseason game. with Jade, yes, you have to give him credit. It's almost like we talked about with Q Robinson. Remember, he had the sack against the Patriots in the postseason.
Yep.
But if you go back and look at it, he's unblocked. But you still have to go make the play. And you made the play, so you get the credit, right? But there's context in how you arrived with that sack. Same thing with Barron. You have, like...
What about the first opportunity?
Hold on. You were given an opportunity to make a play, and you made it, and he deserves credit. But there was, and you give him credit, hey, he was in the right place, right?
His zone.
It almost sounds like
man.
you don't want to say right place, right time. You want to say right place, but not right time. Like, it was right place, right time. It literally fell into his lap, right? And he made the play. And you love to see it. There's a separate opportunity that I think is more applicable to someone like Jade Barron as the 20th overall pick, where you have like a legitimate chance to make a play on the ball, and it was a missed opportunity.
Okay, but Hufanga did that multiple times last year. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
That's why they're playing the cornerback position and not receiver.
Right. But Hufanga was a second-team All-Pro. Like, we know who Hufanga is. I don't know who Barron is. So when you have an opportunity to make a play that's more like applicable on a down-to-down basis as opposed to being in the right place, right time.
No matter what. All right, yeah, it wasn't an interception, but he made the play. He broke on the ball. Okay, nobody made the catch. He could have had a big-time pick. He did not do that. But, hey, it ends up going to you, and now your offense has the opportunity to go out there, and now you're punting the ball because, Jade Barron made a play.
A step in the right direction for Jade on Friday night.
Made some tackles.
Can we settle at that? No, he did. He did.
We can settle.
He was around the ball.
But I tell you what,
was good
he's
to see.
a first-round draft pick for a reason. Yeah, people do not want to be wrong. They're going to let this ride out. They want to see if Riley can do this at a high level.
What about being
all
right?
Year
hold
long.
on. What about being right about Riley instead of wrong about Jade Barron?
One's a first-round draft pick and one's a third-round draft pick.
And one plays for the Broncos and is one of the...
Both of them play for the Broncos.
Well, I'm talking about on game days.
Both of them play for the Broncos on game days. One goes in on dime and the other one's a starter.
That's right.
Outside.
That's right. We just have more information on Riley Moss.
Riley is going to play well. He's going to play...
I can't believe you're ready to move Riley out of town.
I'm telling you, Z, how I feel what's getting ready to happen. He's going to play so well that they're not going to be able to pay this man. And they're not going to give Riley $20 a year to be on the other side of Pat Surtain.
Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for.
Why? Because Jade Barron's going to be there.
That is so much of a forecast, though, with the information that we have. And hopefully we get more and Jade continues to take steps in the right direction. But one is a known. The other is a more unknown and more vision-based.
Riley Moss, when he says a known, what is Riley a known for? For majority of the time, it's been penalties. He's trying to stop that. Z.
You're reducing Riley Moss down to the penalties. You sound like someone on Twitter. You really do. Guy at the end of the bar. Just like, there's context. The guy sees the most traffic of anyone in the league, and he's really good. He had one of those, that thing you're referencing, one of those. He plays for the league's best defense.
He did.
You don't develop guys to just move on so they walk away.
So then what's going to happen? They're not paying everybody and then paying Bo Nix, because if they didn't have to pay Bo Nix, Riley Moss would get his contract. So what's going to happen, Z? We're just going to pay everybody now?
We're the Denver Broncos. We're rich. We're rich. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do the Denver Broncos are not letting finances get in the way of drafting a guy, developing a guy, and then you say, man, we can't pay him.
So they're going to pay Jaquan McMillan. They're going to pay Riley Moss. They're just going to keep Jade Barron sitting there behind him where you stun his growth if he continues to do this. What if he gets into the next game and has a pick?
That'd be awesome. That'd be amazing.
Then what?
And if he keeps balling out,
then what happens?
Then
if he keeps balling out, ZB,
you could potentially say, you want to know what? It's going to sting, but we're going to move on from Riley.
I don't know how much stinging it's going to be, but yes,
wow,
that's how it is.
Wow.
No, Riley is balling. Z. Riley is.
Thank you.
He's going to play great this year, and they're not going to be able to afford him. That's what's going to happen.
All right. I disagree, but we'll just agree to disagree for now. You were served a little reminder on Friday night, weren't you? Weren't you? And you and people like you who take Cortland Sutton for granted, and like he's not the number one. Like, come on, like he's a good player, but he doesn't. He doesn't.
In the first preseason game.
Hold on, no, I'm drawing from a career. One preseason game. I'm drawing from a career. By Halloween, Sutton's going to be top 5 everything all time Denver Broncos. And what does he do? First possession. I mean, dude, he looks like Dennis Rodman rebounding a basketball.
Kind of like me boxing you out, huh?
And then he's one-handed on the sideline, like pulling in these.
Beast
like,
mode.
come on,
No,
like,
yeah,
and
beast mode.
I hear from people that say, it goes a little something like this. Well, Sutton's a number one in Denver, but he wouldn't be number one anywhere else in the NFL.
No, stop.
What are you talking about?
Stop it.
He'd be the people think the Bills are going to be good this year, right? Yes. And they're probably wrong, but some people think the Bills are going to be good. He'd be their number one right now.
The Bills are always good.
He'd be their number one right now. Would he be the number one?
Damn good job too.
Would he be the number one in Kansas City?
Yes, he would.
He
without
would.
a doubt.
Would he be the number one for the Raiders?
Oh, yes.
I agree. I think he'd be the number one for the Chargers as well.
Yes.
So this guy, and it was just like a little dosage of a reminder, man. Like, stop, Phil, stop sleeping on Cortland Sutton.
Nobody is sleeping on Court. We all know what this man can do. Very consistent. But see, this is what's getting me excited. It's like, okay, look what Cortland's doing. Now imagine what Waddle is going to do. And by the way, Waddle was out there today, guys. He was practicing.
That was great to see, man.
It was like, man. Welcome back, Waddle. Welcome back.
Because I was just asking you on Friday, hey, at what point? I mean, he's been down for weeks now. At what point is it fair to start getting concerned about Waddle? We don't even have to have that conversation today.
No. And the first thing when I got to the field, I looked to the left, that far left field where everybody does their rehab. Waddle was not over there. Then he's sitting there. He's getting ready for the day. I'm like, okay, maybe he's just going to watch practice. No, he was out there motioning, catching balls, running routes. So now, Z, it got me thinking, what does that look like? Cortland's going beast mode. But with the speed of Waddle and the route running ability that Waddle has, I mean, you can't miss this man. This man's going to be so open that you got to be scared that you're going to hit him on target.
Dude, there's a reason why Steve Smith.
That reminder's coming your way, ZB, for Waddle. That reminder's coming.
Well, there's a reason why Steve Smith, future Hall of Fame wide receiver, says you can make an argument that the Denver Broncos wide receiving room is the best in the entire AFC. Like, there's an argument to be made, top to bottom.
Yeah.
And so that was great to see, though, from Cortland Sutton. I mean, the guy
straight beast mode.
And we were talking about this at practice, and I don't have proof of this. It looks like Sutton might be down like 7 to 9 pounds.
So I did ask him.
Oh, really?
I asked him, yeah. You know, he was talking with your boy, and then I asked Court, got the veins popping and stuff. I'm like, Court, you look like me right now.
He looks great. He
yeah,
looks
he said
lean.
he lost 5-6 pounds.
Is that right?
I'm like, Court, every time I see you, it seems like you're leaning out even more. And he's like, man, he did say, he said one thing Sean does is he works us. It may not look like it, but they work a lot, and he works a lot even when he's not on that football field. They do a lot of work in the building.
Yep.
And so he said he lost some pounds. He feels really good. He feels really healthy. Mentally, he's ready to go, and he wanted to show a little thing or two, which he did. He went out there and showed, and he's hearing these talks, these conversations about Waddle. You don't think he feels some type of way? It's not about the money. It's about the respect. And when you have someone like Phil the Dill over here talking about how Waddle's receiver one,
right? He's
going to let me know, hey, dude, I'm still here.
I'm surprised he still talks to you after practice. Seriously. Like,
we had a great conversation.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Sutton, he looked the part, man.
He's the man.
He looked the part. You're averaging 20 yards a catch, in your first preseason game, one going for 40, a highlight reel catch, and that was on SportsCenter. I mean, and then the other guy, it's such a pleasant surprise, okay? And much like the Barron thing, when I said Friday, I'd like to come in here and say, man, Jahdae Barron, man, took a step in the right direction.
Made some plays.
And here we are saying that on a Monday. Same logic applies to Evan Ingram, the much maligned Evan Ingram here in Denver, Colorado. And it was just one play. I got it. But we saw him going down the seam, finding a little space in what looked like zone defense, and connecting from Jarrett Stidham. And like a 24-yard catch for Ingram. Those weren't happening on a Sunday in, Sunday out basis a year ago. It was good to see.
It was great to see Evan just out there. And at times, yeah, he got that ball. But it was also, and I talked to Evan actually, ZB, if you saw, like, after you talked to your boy, he was talking about how he has been making an emphasis to do more blocking because he knows that's how he's going to stay on the football field. He's like, I know I'm going to get on the football field, but I have to stay on there so that when I'm in there, it's not just one-dimensional. As we talk about, right? It's right there.
Yeah.
And so I did ask him, I said, hey, man, like, how do you feel about Davis Webb? And he said, man, I'm excited about these plays that, we haven't really put out there yet. Because not even at camp, that we're going to start practicing when it's behind closed doors, that they're going to really get me going. Now, he also said, like, it's on me to go out there and get the separation. It's on me to make these plays. And there was actually a play today, ZB. You were too busy signing autographs. It was a play today, ZB, where it was a unique play where they had Evan Ingram go out like it was an out route just for him to come back in 2 steps and then back out. And he got so much separation. It's like that's the creativity that's been missing from Evan Ingram and these receivers. And he's excited for Davis Webb. Davis Webb is going to try to go after him, throw it to him early so they can get him going. He's excited about it. He did say he gained some weight so that he can do more in the blocking game. So
I'll believe that one when I see it.
And that's the thing too. Like, you know, actions over words. You got to go out there and do it. But he seems like he's sincere, but we got to see it.
Yeah, we got to see it. But it was good to see, right? We're it's preseason game number 1, so we're just looking for a flash to sync up with, you know, what sometimes we're seeing in practice, and I think we saw that from Ingram on Friday night. So really good to see. You know, there was a handful of guys like that just all made a play, like Colby Katzis, like made a play. Pat Bryant early. That was the first passing play of the game, a little 15-yard comeback route from Stidham that was timed up perfectly. Troy Franklin had a 23-yard catch, remember, there on the left side on Friday night. Joseph Manjack had a 20-yard play.
Undrafted free agent Cameron Ross gets an end around for 28 yards. Like, it was good to see that, and he got a little bit of time. And you need those type of plays if you're undrafted and you need to try to make some noise. So it was good to see number 87 out there coming across the play, getting an end around, and making a big-time play with that. So it's not just about the starters. It's about the backups and the third-string players that are making this noise, because you're going to need all of them at some point. Either they're going to be on the 53-man roster or they're going to be on this practice squad, but you're going to be calling their number at some point, and they need to be ready to play. Yeah,
it was really good to see. And Ross specifically, Cameron Ross, who had the longest play in the running game of the day, the 28-yard scamper down the right side. You know, he's coming off his feet. He's coming off his feet and ultimately regain traction, if you will. A rookie out of Virginia is Cameron Ross. And we've seen number 87 a couple times out there at practice where we got to look down at the roster. And you know who used to wear that number was David Sills, the 5th. Remember he had the V on his number 87? I'm like, okay, Cameron Ross. So really, really good flash there from the young player. So all the way around, man, like I think like if you're grading the offense, what do you give it?
I'm going to give it a B+. I'm a hard grader. B+.
Yeah, I like that.
I still love what I saw out there. They're going to clean some penalties up. All right, I want to see what it looks like with Bo now.
Sure.
All right, all due respect to Jarrett Stidham and what he did, I want to see Bo out there next time. And then Jalen Waddle too, Marvin Mims, when they get back there, can they bring that extra oomph so that they can get this A-? I don't know if it'll be an A+, but can they get an A-? Keep this offense on the field, let the defense get the rest. That's what you're looking for, ZB.
Here was Sean after the game talking about the offensive operation.
Smooth. Yeah, I mean, I felt like, I think maybe there was a play or two we got down to 3 seconds, but the subs were good. Davis was on point. Yeah, I thought the Qs did a good job in and out of the huddle. And again, we had a couple guys coming in, Palcho and Alex, that were working out before the game. Are they going to play? And when we held them back, it just, you got to be careful that you're not just going 14 snaps with the first group and the rest, So those guys play a little bit more. And I was pleased with the pitch counts for like a lot of these players. There was no one that got into, a crazy number high, and it went pretty good.
Went pretty good, and it was smooth. It really was. So
smooth operator.
I love it. I love to see it, and hopefully they can build on this this coming weekend against the Green Bay Packers in the second preseason game of the Denver Broncos summer. Okay, call a quick timeout. All right, quick timeout. We'll continue to react to preseason game number 1. What do you think of Von Miller's new home? And the Rockies did something that probably no one saw coming. We'll get to all that in the 3 count next.
Catch up on everything happening at DenverSports.com. Weeknights from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with Denver Sports Tonight. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here for Aero Seal Colorado. Guys, when your air conditioning is kicking on in the sweltering summer, is that cool air that flows through your HVAC ducts going where it's supposed to go with the pressure that it's supposed to have? Or do you have temperature inconsistencies room to room, maybe a hot upstairs, a cooler downstairs? Guys, that's more than a temperature or comfort issue. That's an energy issue. That's an efficiency issue. That's a wasted money every single month when you pay your utility bill issue. Guys, AeroSeal Colorado has a patented technology where they seal your HVAC ducts from the inside without removing any drywall. It is a fascinating process that I am a happy customer from. Guys, we used to have a hot upstairs, cooler downstairs. My daughter's room would be maybe 8-9 degrees different from the master bedroom. Thank goodness for AeroSeal Colorado. They came to my home. They AeroSealed my ducts. Think of like the process of Fix-A-Flat, like for your duct system. It is truly innovative, and they can fix what others can't even find. So go learn what me and my family learned years ago at AeroSealColorado.com. That's AeroSealColorado.com.
Tom's Garage Doors. Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, CEO of Don's Garage Doors. You change the oil in your car, you service your air conditioner, your garage door deserves the same attention. A simple tune-up catches worn parts before they fail, keeps everything running quietly, and can add years of life to your system. Garage doors usually warn you before they break. We're here to help before that happens. Call Don's today for our $29.95 tune-up special.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Hi, this is Larry Jager with SCL Mortgage, letting you know about our second mortgages for anything you need, including home improvements, paying off debt, and more. Visit us at myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
Jane is a small business owner. Tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
The Total Solutions Advantage. No one does business like Comcast Business.
The more solutions you add, the more you save. Get started today with a qualifying internet package for as low as $60 a month when you add an advanced solution. Plus, new customers, ask how to get up to $1,500 in prepaid cards when you add 2 lines of mobile to a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call today. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Prepaid card offers end 9/13/2026.
The 2 most exciting words in barbecue: free brisket. Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. And yes, I'm excited to announce the return of free brisket to the best free meal in Denver. Thanks to the generosity of a listener, Barbecue Bob Kunkel, who donated thousands of dollars of free brisket. It will be on the menu for our free meal on Thursday, August 20th from 4 to 6 p.m. at E Hills Church at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road. You aren't going to want to miss this delicious smoked brisket meal. It's my special recipe with a secret that infuses the meat with a ton of flavor. Want some? It's easy. Just come to Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road between 4 to 6 p.m. on Thursday, August 20th. You just pull up and pop the trunk. We put the free groceries in your trunk and pass that delicious brisket through the window. No questions asked. If you need any more details, feel free to call us at 303-LAW-4040. That's 303-LAW-4040.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built Americans' financial foundation on the principle of sound, stable money, a principle later embodied by the gold standard. However, we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have since seen inflation erode the dollar's value. This is Stephen K. Bannon. What is the foundation of your savings? Birch Gold Group has been helping Americans solidify their savings with gold for the past 15 years. They help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless five-star reviews, let Birch Gold help build your foundation with gold. To learn more, get your free info kit from Birch Gold by texting SECURE to 989898. That's SECURE to 989898. Take a stand for your financial future. Text SECURE to 989898 right now to receive your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold Group.
Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Dental phobia? Consider sedation dentistry with Clarkson Dental. Their highly trained team will lead you through an exceptional dental experience from that first fearful call all the way through to aftercare. Call the most experienced sedation dentist and staff. Clarkson Dental, ColoradoSedation.com.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. All righty. What do you make of Von Miller agreeing to terms on a 1-year, $5.5 million deal with his hometown Dallas Cowboys? It's got some escalators in it, a max value of $7.5 million he can earn this year. What do you make Von Miller with a star on his helmet?
You know what? Good for Von. Right, hopefully this is his last stop. He gets to play at home in Dallas, the Big D, and you got people out there saying he's ring chasing. I don't see the Dallas Cowboys win a Super Bowl this year. I may be wrong, but hey, here we go. It's Dallas. But for Von, good for him. Good for him. He gets to play football for another year. He's at home. He gets to be close to his family, to his friends, and he continues to build on his legacy on the football field. And I know he's catching a couple records, right? He's catching a couple people with the sacks.
Yep.
He gets that chance and opportunity. DJ Von the Don, still alive and well. He's still kicking. He's still trying to make it in the NFL. So let's see what he can do this year, ZB. What's your take on it?
Yeah, I didn't think that we'd be talking about this in the 3 count, brought to you by our friends at Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts. The way that we are, I guess I should have. He put a little hint out there on Instagram recently. I forget exactly what it was, but he sort of dropped like a breadcrumb that this could happen.
It was a picture, actually.
What was it?
Yeah, it was a picture of him in the Dallas Cowboys uniform.
Yeah, and so, look, I think it's sort of poetic that he really looked up to DeMarcus Ware, and Ware, at the end of his career, came to Denver and had a Bronco logo on his helmet.
Yeah.
And then Von, after spending so much time in Denver, is going to finish his career where DeMarcus spent the majority of his. Is just sort of, ironic, and poetic. But yeah, Von is a half sack from tying Terrell Suggs, T-Sizzle, for 12th all-time.
That was a scary man.
And
it took my soul out of me.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. And then, 39.5, 40.5, 41.5. Wow, so he is 3 sacks away from tying Michael Strahan for 10th all-time and 4 sacks away from passing Michael Strahan and being top 10 all-time. I'm sure he has the top 10 at the top of his mind.
Now, if I'm correct, Von Miller almost had double-digit sacks.
Yeah, I think he had 9. I think he had 9.
He had 9 sacks last season with the Commanders. So you're telling me that DJ Von the Don, all he has to do is go in there on 3rd downs, pin his ears back, and go get the sack, go get the quarterback? I mean, he's going to get that. He's going to get 4 sacks this year. Now, I don't know how long he's going to be able to play. Hopefully he can stay healthy, but they're going to put him in on 3rd downs to go rush the passer and he'll get the 4 sacks this year.
Yeah, it's very likely. I was surprised that he was able to get the 9 sacks in Washington, who was not a good football team. And when you're not playing with leads, those sack opportunities are going to be less and less, especially for a specialist like Von Miller at this stage in the game anyway. But yeah, Von Miller going on now. What is going to be his? Is it 5th team? Is that right? So obviously the Broncos. Then he went to the Rams, and then he went to the Buffalo Bills. Then he went to Washington, and now going to his
Cowboys.
5th team for Von Miller after being in Denver for so many years. 11 through 21 it was.
He'll have one more stop.
On his last day.
Last day to be a Denver Bronco. He'll sign here, sign, seal, deliver, just like Derek Wolfe did, and so many other really good players. Justin Simmons did.
Yep.
Come back to Denver for one day. I wonder how much they pay him. I might need to do that.
No, that's more of a ceremonial thing. You're not getting paid on that, Phil. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2. I won $150 million for one day.
I thought it was interesting to see here, my man, that do you see who the official concrete partner of the Denver Broncos now is?
Yeah, I saw.
That is hilarious. SRM Concrete, the new official concrete supplier of the Denver Broncos, bringing the cement truck out in front of the stadium for the photo op. The same concrete company that the Broncos have been in negotiation with, owning the largest parcel of land in Burnham Yard for a while, going back and forth.
So this was a part of the deal, right? $55 million in being a partner.
I mean, dude, it gets announced last week that they bought that land for $55 million after SRM Concrete purchased it for $5.5 million 4 years ago. So they 10x their real estate flip. All right, and not only that, they get to be the supplier for the new stadium. And so you would have to think that, like, hey, a part of this coming to a close is we'll do it for $55.5, but we need to do the official concretes that we need to supply all of it. And if we don't, we're not doing it for $55. We're doing it for $70 or whatever it would have been. Just crazy, the week over week sort of announcement.
ZB, it's crazy. That's business for you, though, right? Great businessmen and women, they do that. They're going to get more out of it, get their share and more. And so that is funny. It's funny that your partners with the same team that you held hostage saying, I want $55 million and I want to be your partner.
Yeah, when you take a step back, though, it makes sense, from an SRM Concrete standpoint. Yeah. And you're going to need concrete to build the stadium anyway. Why not get it from them? Next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3!
All right, the Rockies went 5-4 on a 9-game 3-city road trip. That is a big deal for this team. They won back-to-back series against Arizona and San Francisco, the first time they'd won consecutive road series since back in early June against the Angels, and I forget who else there. And now the Dodgers are coming to Coors for the final series of the year between these two teams.
So, come on, Rockies. I need the Rockies to do well. I have a bet with my father-in-law because he's a diehard Dodger fan that the Rockies will win a series. They will win this series. Now, the Dodgers are struggling right now, and at some point they're going to get back on track, but not right now. Not right now. I need the Rockies to sweep another series. I would love to sweep, but just win the series. Let's just win the series so I can win this bet with my father-in-law, and we can still have a little bit of fun. Competent, competitive.
That's right.
That's what you're looking for. Zach Veen. Okay, a breath of fresh air for that young man to come up and play at a high level. Can he continue to do that against the Dodgers? Like, these are all things that you're looking for with the team that's not very good in the Rockies, but they're still fun to watch.
All right, while we're here, real quick, the NBA's investigation has reportedly found no evidence that Clippers owner Steve Ballmer funneled payments to Kawhi Leonard through Aspiration, that tree planting company out west, the now bankrupt carbon credits company, all right, and their owner who is literally in prison for fraud.
Damn.
ESPN, and I think it was Ramona Shelburne and one others, had reported details about the probe's findings. The NBA itself issued a statement today disputing that recording, calling out inaccuracies. So there's a real tug of war right now between what's being leaked and what the league is willing to confirm, this thing has dragged out forever, and it does have potential Nuggets implications.
Man, ZB, I don't know what's going to happen. It's interesting because what does, like, for someone like Payton Watson, he's waiting for that, right?
Yep.
The Clippers, like, they're waiting for that.
Potentially.
And for the Nuggets, what does that mean? What does that look like? You know, you want Payton Watson here, but you don't want to pay him that big-time bag. And that's what we're waiting on, Z.
All right, we'll continue to follow that situation. Something tells me that we are not through or out of the woods with that one yet. Okay, shifting gears, what did you make of the quarterback competition between Jarrett Stidham and Sam Ehlinger on Friday night? We'll take a dive into that conversation next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Everyday expenses keep climbing, and high credit card interest isn't making life any easier. If you're a homeowner, your home equity is your best financial tool. American Financing can help you consolidate high-interest credit card debt so you have some breathing room. Timing matters now more than ever. With a strong chance of an interest rate hike this September, waiting could cost you thousands. And with rates in the 5s, there's no better time to find out how much you could save. Ditch those 20% interest rates. By consolidating, you can slash your monthly obligations. In fact, American Financing borrowers save an average of $800 a month. Imagine what that kind of cash flow could do for your family. There are 0 upfront fees, and you may even delay up to 2 mortgage payments. Lock in your lower rate before September. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no 2 cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99. It includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey guys, your boy Mark Schlereth here, and when I want a meal that's a cut above, I head to Jack's, locally owned with locations on Pearl Street in Denver and the new flagship at Park Meadows Drive in Lone Tree. Jack serves premium Australian Wagyu, incredible seafood, and chef-driven dry-aged specialties. Stop in for lunch, enjoy social hour from 3 to 5, or make it a memorable date night. And for something extra special, discover the Blind Tiger Speakeasy. Jack's, upscale flavor, comfortable atmosphere.
It's summer sale time in Colorado. Hi folks, Dan Cicchini, done right kitchens, baths, counters, floors, finished basements, windows, and doors since 1985. Book now for select install dates this fall and save 14% on your done right remodel up to $3,000. drhi.com.
At Applied Future Technologies, they use AI and automation to solve real business problems. How much time does your team lose to repetitive tasks, manual data entry, and searching through information? They build practical solutions around your organization's unique needs. Tools that organize and analyze information, streamline workflows, reduce backlogs, and support faster decisions. Give your team more time to focus on what matters most. Discover what Applied Future Technologies can automate for you at appliedfuture.com.
Colorado's turning 150 years old this month, but if your windows are failing, that could be costing you money on energy bills. Intense summer heat can cause failed seals, drafts, and condensation. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton can help. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton brings over 50 years of expertise. Save 25% on Infinity by Marvin Windows. Call Gravina's Window Center of Littleton today, or visit them at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win. Like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Colorado. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey Denver, Zach here. Need foundation repair, waterproofing, crawl space repair, egress windows, or concrete work? Trust Homestrong to get it done. They can even turn your crawl space into a finished basement in weeks. Visit buildhomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, Dr. Joseph Ramos is both a doctor and a lawyer, combining legal and medical expertise. He can help. Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. RamosLaw.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
It's Training Camp 2026. Unfinished business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
Preseason game number 1 in the books for the Denver Broncos, a quarterback competition unfolding in front of our eyes in real time. What did you make of the dynamics between Jarrett Stidham and Sam Ehlinger on Friday evening?
ZB, we've been going back and forth with this, having some fun. Quarterback competition, Z. There's no quarterback competition. There is no quarterback competition.
Oh, you're still there.
I'm still there. Jared Stidham did a phenomenal job going with the ones, making sure everything was in order. Well-oiled machine. You saw a lot from Stidham, from the short game, intermediate, and deep ball. Deep ball to Cortland Sutton, just letting it fly. And one thing happened on Friday night. One thing happened for Jared Stidham. He got his swagger back. He got his swagger. I think I got my swagger back.
Dude, I was thinking of our conversation watching the game.
Yes.
All right, and I didn't watch it till Saturday. And I went to Zach Bryan on Friday night.
Of course you did. Front row seats.
But not front row seats. But man, what a show that was! Shout out to anyone who was there. That was an awesome show. But I went back and watched it, and I was thinking of our conversation, man. I'm thinking of the lack of confidence, the lack of swagger, and when he connected with Sutton. And he had already had a nice pass to Pat Bryant that was 15 yards on a little comeback route on the right side. And then it was the 35-yard basically jump ball for Cortland Sutton, who was, had his SMU basketball gear on underneath his Broncos uniform.
Little headband on.
Just boxing homeboy out and going up and rebounding that football. When he looked over at the sideline and gave like a little shrug. Did you see the shrug?
I did. It was like, hey, look, man, like this is me when I get an opportunity, when I'm ready to go, not sitting there for 17 games, and then you're asking me to go out there in the biggest game of all of our lives to win it in the cold when it's snowing. ZB, you were there. You were feeling good, okay? And you want him to produce at a high level. It's not going to happen. As much as we wanted to believe what Sean was putting out there on Jared Stidham and how watch out, it wasn't going to happen. I'm sorry. You're sitting there cold as hell. You're not ready to play. You're just not against a team that ends up going to the Super Bowl. That's the New England Patriots.
It was one of the more rare instances in NFL history where someone who hadn't attempted a pass is somehow starting in the AFC Championship game. We know the context. We know about the sort of miscues on the play calling. We know about maybe 3 or 4 other plays that were incorrectly called, and Bidet on the wrong side of the formation, and we understand that. With the snowstorm also, that's a big part of the conversation. But when he looked over at the sideline, because I've been watching this guy for 3 straight weeks, he's been quiet as a church mouse, and that's not who Stidham is. And I'm like, man, just how big of a gash to his confidence was that game against the Patriots, and just the missed opportunity of, like, Jarrett Stidham would have become one of the biggest stories in all of sports, like him specifically. This guy who is basically unknown from coast to coast, like by NFL standards.
Yeah.
Like how we get to know these quarterbacks. Like Jarrett Stidham's like relatively unknown, and that missed opportunity. I'm like, man, is he just wearing it?
And he probably was, and probably still is. Like, that's a big time moment in human nature. It's like, man, it's right here for me.
Yep.
Everybody has my back. They're
Yep.
talking about me. My head coach is hyping me up. I'm one game away from the Super Bowl. If I can do this, I can get out of this box of people thinking I'm a backup, and I maybe could start in this league for another team. Like, there's so much on his mind, I guarantee. And then you go out there and you have that performance, and now you're feeling bad about yourself. You're looking at your teammates like, damn, do you guys even like me anymore?
Yeah.
Like, do you truly believe in me, or was that just a mirage? Was that a facade of some sort? And now you guys are like, hey, let's go on to Sammy E.
Yeah, but when he looked over, because there was a moment in the in Michael Jordan's career, and he was playing the who was he playing? I think Portland. Yeah, I think it was Portland. And Michael Jordan wasn't a big time 3-point shooter, and the 3-point shot itself was not even close to the level it is, when today when Mike was playing. And he made his third three, and then he made his fourth three, and this is all in the first half, and then he made his fifth three. And there's this famous moment among NBA fans where Jordan is running back and Magic Johnson is calling the game, and he's courtside, and Mike looks over at him and just shrugs, right? Like Stidham connecting with, and by no means am I calling Stidham Mike, but like it was like that moment of like, I'm feeling myself right now, do the shrug, and then he goes on to have a couple other really good balls. This another 16-yard back shoulder throw to Sutton that he pulled in with one hand. The Ingram for 24 yards, finding that soft spot in the zone, moving right to left and just, firing it in there. He had a laser to Troy Franklin that was 25, 30 yards, finding another soft spot on the left side of the Falcon zone. So good for Stidham, man. And have you ever had like a period of time where, and maybe it can just be a day sometimes where you're like, another day just needs to start. Like this day just needs to be over.
Yes. All the time when I get in a fight with my wife, I was like, let's just restart this day.
Yes, like this day just needs to end. The sun needs to go down and then come back up again. For Stidham, in a more like elongated period of time, that like this just needs to end. I need to play in another football game. Like the last game I played in can't be the AFC Championship game anymore. I need to move forward, and good for him for getting a taste of some success.
Oh, for sure, and it was a smooth operation by Jarrett Stidham too, getting everybody in and out of the huddle, making a couple checks, making the right throws. All right, like that's what you want, getting everybody involved. It wasn't just Courtland Sutton or Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin, Evan Ingram, like you said, the running backs. Like everybody was getting a piece of the action, and Jarrett Stidham was the one that was the leader of that group, right? The quarterback is always the leader of the group.
Yep.
He went out there and did his part, ZB. Competition, there is no competition. Jarrett
None.
Stidham, none.
Hold on.
What did you see from Ellinger that's like, okay, give him the opportunity? You're not.
He had a nice little laser to Manjack.
Okay, that's cool.
He had that the on-time comeback route to Katsas.
I asked you this last week, and I'm going to ask you again.
He had that one where he stepped up from pressure and found me. Like that was a nice play from Ellinger.
Bo Nix can't play in week 1. He's going to play in week 1, guys. Bo Nix can't play in week 1.
Knock on something, bro.
Yeah, please. Knock on your head, Z.
Like, goodness gracious.
And
Ellinger, yes,
is having a phenomenal preseason.
He is.
But say in this case, he does good against the Green Bay Packers and the Vikings.
Okay.
Who are you going to put out there come week 1 against the Chiefs?
What is Stidham doing? How's the rest of his summer going? How does his preseason games go?
Like up and down. Like this is his best outing was against the Atlanta Falcons.
It would probably still be Stidham.
Okay. Then there's no quarterback competition. If that's how you feel, then how do you think they feel in that facility right now?
Hold on a second. Let's just let it play out. They really like Sam Ellinger. Sam Ellinger has had a good summer.
They do. And you reported that my man has a new mansion somewhere right next to Bo Nix. Like, he's going to be just fine.
I don't know about a mansion, but yes, he did just buy a home here very recently. That's like one house down from Bo Nix.
Ellinger is going to be on this roster, definitely on practice squad, but he may end up making this roster. But quarterback number 2 is still going to be Stidham. The players still believe in him. Coaching staff believes in him. He has the money tied to him for at least one more year. Mm-hmm. And maybe Ellinger after this year, after Stidham is gone, becomes the backup quarterback, like you have said a couple times, Zeke.
Maybe so. We'll hear from Sean Payton on these two quarterbacks and how it went on Friday night. Also, this past window of time, this last like 2-3 days, is turning into a tradition when it comes to Sean Payton. And we'll talk about what that tradition is coming up next.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m., powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Beyond Dino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to Aero Seal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? It's Phillip Lindsay. Football season is officially back. So let me put it to you like this. Every great play starts with preparation. You study the film, you trust the playbook, and then you go out there and execute what's being called. Buying jewelry is the exact same thing. That's why I go to Williams Jewelers. They are the playbook. I went in to get my wife a ring for her birthday, and I thought I knew what I wanted. But the Williams family sat me down, showed me their selection, educated me on what makes a stone so special. I'm talking about quality I didn't even know to look for. And the price, they guarantee the best price in Colorado. That's no suggestion, that's just a guarantee. I'm a Denver kid, born and raised, so it matters to me that Williams Jewelers is a Denver family. Been doing this for decades right here in our city. You're not walking into some random store hoping for the best. You're walking into a place where trust is the foundation. And trust is everything when you're spending that kind of money, guys. So there's 2 locations out there to serve you. You can go to Cheer Creek North on 3rd Avenue or in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you.
For 90 years, Belco Credit Union has proudly called Colorado home. That's thanks to all our members who have helped us grow alongside our beautiful state. To celebrate our anniversary, Belco is offering a special low fixed rate on a new home equity choice line advance. If you've been waiting to start a new home renovation project, now's the perfect time. Go to belco.org/90 years to see full offer details. Equal housing opportunity lender. Membership eligibility required. All loans subject to approval. Belco, banking for everyone.
Summers are made for time on your deck. Right now, when you purchase a new deck from 5280 Exteriors during August, you'll get free solar railing lights, no payments, and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. A 2-time President's Club winner, 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Summer weather can be full of surprises. If your home has been affected by the recent storms, trust a local professional roofer with decades of combined experience. Golden Spike Roofing is here for all your repair or roof replacement needs. Call today for a free inspection and estimate for roofing done right down to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Shop Honda keeps car buying simple. One price, one person, 1 hour means no games, no back and forth, and no dealer handling fees ever. Upfront pricing and one dedicated advisor who handles everything from start to finish. It's straightforward, stress-free, and honestly the way car buying should have always been. At Shop Honda, the experience is just as good as the vehicle you're driving home. Discover the Shop Honda difference for yourself. Visit Shop Honda today, proud partner of the Dover and Cecil Show.
Trucking companies and their insurers have teams of lawyers ready to protect their bottom line the moment an accident happens. I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been going toe-to-toe with them on behalf of seriously injured victims in Colorado. We know how to investigate these cases, build them, and win them, and we won't stop fighting until we get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you've been seriously injured in a trucking accident, call us today. The Wilhite Law Firm, 303-GOOD-LAW, or visit wilhitewins.com.
If you're stuck in rush hour traffic, you have options. Contact Arby's, and Arby's today to get $1 fries and sliders between 2 and 6 p.m. Get $1 fries and sliders between 2 and 6 p.m. with any regularly priced food item only at participating Arby's.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. If you've listened to me the past few years, you know I love golfing. And the courses I keep playing are Aurora's 5 public courses. Spring Hill is one of the best hidden gems around, perfect for becoming a short game chef. And Saddle Rock, well, the mountain views never get old. Beautiful course conditions, great service, and the restaurants keep me coming back. Book your next tee time or learn more about lessons, leagues, and programs at golfaurora.com. And go ahead and follow them on Instagram at golfaurora.co.
Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
All right, shifting gears here just a little bit. We are going to get back to Broncos in just a second, all right, because there's basically a tradition that has formed with Sean Payton at this exact time of year. And then we'll also hear from Sean Payton on his thoughts about Jarrett Stidham and the backup quarterback competition. But at this time, man, we are really going to change gears here because we are joined by someone who I've been following from afar, all right, for the Denver Post. She is not a sports writer. She is a writer that covers city government. She is a city government reporter. And so her world and our world are kind of crossing here with the Denver Broncos and the stadium stuff. Her name is Elliot Wenzler. Okay, she is on the show with us here. So Elliot, let's just acknowledge sort of what's right in front of us. This is not our world that we're about to get into. You are on a sports talk station. This is not your world. And but where I'd like to start is you had a really interesting piece that released on Friday for the Post about Lot M and the Broncos and the Stadium District. Go ahead and just sort of summarize your piece on Friday and catch our listeners up on what they need to know. Oh, we cannot hear her. Hold on, Elliot. We cannot hear you.
Is your thing on mute?
Hold on. No, hold on a second. Let's try to work through it. Our guys behind the glass are working on it because we can actually see Elliot here, and she can see us, but we can't hear her. So we have a technical difficulty.
And she can hear us.
Yes, she can hear us, but we cannot hear her. So hold on. We'll get to that in just a second. We're going to try to iron this out here behind the scenes. So we'll step away from Elliot's conversation for just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get back to the Broncos. This was Sean Payton talking about the quarterbacks on Friday night and Stidham's bounce back since the AFC Championship game.
It's been great, and it wasn't just a disappointment for him. It was I was disappointed myself. When you lose a game like that and you go back and look at it closely, the margins in that game, and so he's been, one of his strengths is his resiliency, and I think, he's got a little bit of that it factor that he can come in, he's really good with the operation, quick, with the play, his experience and his comfort level with, how we're calling it. I thought he handled it well.
An it factor with Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah.
Do you agree that there's a bit of an it factor with Stidham?
I think there's when he does have the confidence, which he usually has. This camp has been a little different. You can see it. It's one of these things where you go out there and he'll make the play. He'll make the right play for you. He's not gonna do too much. He's not gonna be Superman out there and trying to just rip it for a 70-yard bomb all the time. But he's going to be very calculated, and when it is there, he's going to take that shot, that opportunity. He did it in the AFC Championship game to Mims, where he's taking that shot downfield, being a little bit more aggressive than he would And that it factor, that's kind of what that is like when I need to do it, I can do it. Stidham's going to be a really good backup in this league for a very long time if he just stays the course, stays on the right track and understands his place. He'll always have a home as a backup, Z.
Yeah, and that's probably who he's going to be for the rest of his career.
Which is fine.
It's great.
$5 million a year? Come on. Give me that job.
And he's making more than that.
Yes.
So, yeah, Stidham is doing just fine. The new tradition for Sean Payton, because now we have like a few years of sample size.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time of year where Sean Payton gets upset about non-football related things, right? And I remember preseason game number 1 in 2023 with Russell Wilson. And Sean saying up at the podium, this is like right after the game, I am pissed off. This is almost a quote, but I'm paraphrasing. I am pissed off about 40 different things right now, and none of them have to do with football. This is how Sean gets. Listen to him after the game.
We had 17 people in the training room that weren't players. So we had every ortho. We had 5 people. So we had every doctor in Denver here. All right, so we were covered there. We had 15 trainers. This is the time of the year where everyone has 3 interns for the summer, equipment room, and so it was good. There were some times where Patrick was good, his numbers were down. They weren't as bad as I've made them out to be. But what happens, though, sometimes is more is not better, and so on one of these trips, you just start making notes.
And we've talked to people like within the Broncos that are like, hey, that first trip, like stay out of the way.
Like it's like stay in the shadows.
Stay in the shadows. Yeah. All right. Let's shift gears back to Elliot Wenzer, a city government reporter from the Denver Post. We do have her on the line. Thanks for working with us here through some technical difficulties. Elliot, go ahead and summarize what you put out there for the Post on Friday when it comes to the Denver Broncos' new stadium.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. Clearly, I'm not used to being on your show here.
That's okay.
But yeah, so basically for the Broncos to be able to start moving into Burnham Yard, they first need to figure out where Denver Water is going to go, because Denver Water's home has been there at Burnham Yard for about 100 years. And so they figured out a lot of these steps. Most of Denver Water is going to go in North Denver in a neighborhood called Elyria Estancia. But there is this 1 5-acre parcel that needs to be in central Denver because it's to respond to emergencies. So it's like if a water line breaks or something like that. And so the original plan was to have that facility at Lot M, which some of your listeners may know is like a supplemental parking lot for Empower Field. But that plan has kind of hit a snag because the neighborhood has been working for a really long time to try to make that area less industrial, more of like a pedestrian-friendly, cozy community. And they basically have just come out in opposition to Denver Water having any kind of facility there. And so the latest is that City Councilwoman Jamie Torres, who represents Empower Field and the area of Burnham Yard, has said she just doesn't think that this is going to work. She says there's too much community opposition. Folks are not getting more comfortable with this as time goes on. And she says that means it's just not a workable solution. They're going to have to figure something else out for this final really key piece of getting the Broncos in at Burnham Yard.
Elliot, for Greg Penner, he wants to have this done by 2031. He's been telling everybody this, and he's like, hey, it seems like a hard deadline. I'm not sure, but a hard deadline. Do you still think that's obtainable for this stadium to be built by 2031?
I mean, Greg Penner said it himself last week. It's not going to be easy. And so, for them to do that, they have said they would have to begin construction by next spring.
Yeah.
So if we just think about all of the things that still need to happen, from what I've heard from folks, people are not saying this is impossible at this point, but it's like every new added complication is making it that much harder and is putting more and more pressure on the whole thing. I mean, they still have to close all of the land deals that they've gone through. All these real estate deals, they've been figured out, but no money has passed yet. So that still needs to, be finalized. They still need to do the community benefits agreement. They need to get several things through the city council. They need to do environmental remediation at the site. They need to complete the study of blight at this site. I mean, I could go on and on with boring city processes, but you get the point. It's pretty tricky.
Yeah, and I think that, I know to a certain degree that the Broncos have been frustrated. You know, I heard from team president Damani Leach himself say, yeah, there's nights I'm driving home and I'm filled with frustration over this process. I asked Greg Penner, and Damani said that to me, I asked Greg Penner last week, hey, has this been more frustrating than you thought going into it? And he did the very politically correct, calm, cool, collected answer. I think he's playing the game to a certain degree. I don't believe him. I think the Broncos have been frustrated. At what point does and I don't know if you know the answer to this, but I have to ask, at what point does the mayor get involved? I haven't heard anything on the Mike Johnston front. At what point does he step in? It's like, hey, this is a really big deal. You're kind of the mayor. Could we see that here?
I think that's definitely possible, and it may seem like the mayor doesn't have a super vocal role here, but I think him and his staff are certainly involved and care a lot about this happening. They were one of the groups that I spoke to when I first heard this from the councilwoman, because I'm like, this is going to be a problem for the mayor's administration. I'm certain are going to want to have this worked out. And so, it's tucked in at the bottom of my story there, but I did reach out to the mayor's spokesman and say, what are you all planning to do about this? And he basically said, Lot M is just one piece of the puzzle. We're exploring multiple options in partnership with the community, Denver Water, and the Broncos, which, doesn't say too much, but it does tell us that they're a player here and that they are working to try to find some solution. I think, one way out of this is that the city finds some other piece of city land to offer, that Denver Water could use. That's one option. Another option is that the Broncos ownership could buy another property for Denver Water to go in. So those are two of the options that, we're seeing at this point.
Elliot, I have to tell you, I have become a fan of yours. I really like following this story through you as a resource and one of the resources. Our worlds are intersecting here. I hope you'll join us again, because I shared with actually it was your analogy that I used in the question to Damani Leach about the Rube Goldberg and all the inner workings and things that need to happen. So keep it up. We'll have you back on soon, and just keep going, keep digging with this story.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yep, there she goes. That is Elliot Wensler of the Denver Post city government side of things, and is doing a really good job. Go follow her work. We'll check in with her a little bit more down the line, and we'll react to the conversation that we just had next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here, talking to the fellas. Remember your 20s when you could stay up late, wake up early, hit the gym, work all day, still have energy left over? Now you stand up too fast and you need a recovery period. But here's the thing. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Low testosterone, it sneaks up on you. You lose 2 to 3% of that testosterone every year starting in your 30s. And before you know it, you just don't feel like the guy that you used to. You're tired, foggy, gaining weight, sex drive is MIA. The Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic can help. Their advanced medical strategies, TRT, peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and more help you get stronger in the gym, sharper at work, better in the bedroom, and more confident everywhere. The initial visit is just $99. That includes a medical consult plus a T and PSA test. And if you start treatment that day, your visit's free. All right? They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you. So go take the 2 minutes and go online and take the low T quiz to see where you're at. And you can do that at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Summer hailstorms bring in the 3-ring front porch roofing circus.
In ring 1, there's We're Doing Bob's Roof down the street.
And in ring 2, there's We Will Cover Your Deductible.
And in ring 3, What Do I Need to Do to Get You to Sign Today?
Send those clowns to the curb.
Don't turn your home into a circus. Call the pros, Denver Roof Pros.
Check us out at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here, and if you're a guy over 50 dealing with an enlarged prostate, you need to know about PAE, prostate artery embolization. It's minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're back home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatments with near zero impact on sexual function. Top-tier radiologists, boutique setting, personalized care in Lakewood. Go to coloradoae.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
It's home selling season. And what's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Low ball offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with an Orchard agent. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale. Their local agents help you sell on market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front to buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then, once you're settled in, your Orchard agent helps you sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one customer said. I went under contract within 24 hours of my home listing, which was amazing. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Everyday expenses keep climbing, and high credit card interest isn't making life any easier. If you're a homeowner, your home equity is your best financial tool. American Financing can help you consolidate high-interest credit card debt so you have some breathing room. Timing matters now more than ever. With a strong chance of an interest rate hike this September, waiting could cost you thousands. And with rates in the fives, there's no better time to find out how much you could save. Ditch those 20% interest rates. By consolidating, you can slash your monthly obligations. In fact, American Financing borrowers save an average of $800 a month. Imagine what that kind of cash flow could do for your family. There are zero upfront fees, and you may even delay up to 2 mortgage payments. Lock in your lower rate before September. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
At Gebhardt BMW, they're proud to serve their clients and deliver the luxury experience you expect from BMW and the Gebhardt family. They have immediate availability and flexible transportation options to accommodate your busy schedule. They also offer one-stop shopping for all your BMW needs, from maintenance to repairs, window tint to clear mask, and light body and wheel repair. They really are a one-stop destination for all your BMW needs. Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership in Boulder since 1975.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why professional contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. For 35 years, this family-owned, locally operated supplier has delivered quality products, next-day delivery, and quick will call service that keeps builders on schedule. From new construction to remodels, their experienced team is committed to helping contractors succeed. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise built for Colorado contractors.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Biondino Law Firm.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro. is Happy Hour Sports Talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 104.3 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026. Unfinished business. Here's The Drive with Zach Bai and Phillip Lindsay. Powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
We'll get back to the preseason game number 1 here in just a couple minutes. It was great checking in with Elliot Winsler, a city government reporter for the Denver Post, who is doing a good job following that story. And our worlds intersecting, so we had her on. She did great. A lot of times these writers, and this is a big general statement, but a lot of times someone could be great at writing, and then they come on the radio, and it's like, wait, how is this the same person? It's just a different form of communication, right? And so sometimes great writers don't come across well on the air, and they could be just really dry or boring or what have you. But Elliot was great. And, yeah, man, the timeline here, and let me just say this too. A couple things with that conversation. I've talked to more people about this story since we got off the air on Friday. And, man, guys, this 2031 timeline, I don't think it's going to happen.
I'm with you, Z. I mean, all the obstacles that the Broncos are having to jump over and overcome, like, it's just too much. Too much for the 2031 deadline. And now it becomes, like, the question becomes, is Greg Penner willing to understand that, which he does, and be willing to take 2032, 2033, something like that, to make sure that the stadium's done the correct way? Is he okay with that?
Yeah. And there is a thought. There is a thought, okay? And I am not reporting this or anything like that. But there is a thought that if the 2031 timeline is not achieved and shovels are not in the ground by the spring of 2027, which is like going to be here quicker than a hiccup, okay? There is a thought that the Denver Broncos could just take a step back and say, you want to know what? Hold on.
Are they getting cold feet?
No. It's okay. Our objective was not reached. We need to take a complete step back and reevaluate everything.
See, that scares me, though.
It could. Yeah, it should.
You know, because now it's like you're giving somebody more opportunities to weigh the pros and the cons. And maybe this time around there's more cons than pros, and it's like, you know what? We've tried here, and I'm talking like Greg Penner. We tried here.
Yeah, and they have.
Burnham Yard, and they have.
They have.
It's not working out. Too many obstacles that we have to overcome. Lone Tree sitting right there. How about we just go there? How about we just take our business over there, and we can start right now if we want to. Like, literally, they could start tomorrow if they want to. If they go to Lone Tree.
They could.
That's what scares me.
Well, that is a fair fear to have, and that's why I had to ask of, like, okay, this obviously is not going as well as it could.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going as swimmingly as once thought, all right? And if the Denver Broncos could even have a hint of leaving the city of Denver, even a hint, all right? And by the way, the Denver Broncos have played in Denver. So listen to this statement. The Broncos have been playing inside the city proper in which the team is named.
Mm-hmm.
They've been playing in Denver longer than any team in the NFL inside the city in which they, claim.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like someone like Buffalo, they don't play in Buffalo.
No.
They play out of it.
And it's San Francisco. It's Dallas.
Atlanta.
It's half these teams. That's right. So, like, but the Broncos want to stay in Denver. They've tried nearly everything they could to stay in Denver. And that's why I had to ask about the mayor. Because if there's even a hint or a whiff of a chance that the Broncos could leave Denver, leave the city of Denver, and you're the mayor, and again,
you can't let that happen.
And real quick,
you can't let it happen.
This is not like I don't want to make this a political conversation because Lord knows, and I'll just say this, I'm speaking freely here. I disagree with so much stuff on the left and the right. I'm not some big political creature that is hardened in my stances. And in fact, I've gone so far to say if you agree with every single stance of any political party, you've been indoctrinated. So I find things I like on this side, find things I don't like on each side. So I don't want to make this about politics, but if there is a chance that the Broncos are leaving Denver, how is the mayor not involved yet? It's not good. It's not going well.
But from Elliot, what do you think you're getting at with Elliot? Because she seemed like the mayor is around understanding that, like, he's going to have to step in and be more vocal on, like, hey, guys, let's get something done so this does not move the Lone Tree.
Well, the time is now. Because if the 2031 deadline is not achieved and it becomes unrealistic, which, by the way, again, if I'm just speaking freely, because I'm not like inside these meetings, but I have done a lot of work on this. I've done a lot of work on this story.
Investigation Z. I got it.
Zach by private eye. No, I'm serious. I've done a lot of work on this with both sides. Like Denver Water, City Council, Denver Broncos. I just really start to have to use too much of my imagination to think that 2031 is going to happen.
See, I'm with you. It's not, and you've already explained and talked about when you're working with construction and how that takes time.
Yes.
Okay, the
environmentalists. Yes.
You know, that's going to have to go through, and that's going to take time. Like, everything takes time.
And by the way, if they move the deadline and construction gets pushed out into the future, I've been told that the construction costs go up if they move the deadline. And so when I'm talking about, why the deadline is a big deal, it's not for the sake of just the deadline. That, man, are we going to be upset if it the stadium opens in 2032 or 2031? No. That's not what I'm talking about. The deadline is so important because the Broncos could then say, we tried. A deadline is a deadline for a reason. And you guys haven't been able to figure it out. Therefore, we might, and again, I'm not reporting this, I'm just sort of speculating what could be possible is, hey, we're going to take a step back and reevaluate everything. Because we tried this, and it ain't working. So we'll see. We'll see what's all next with this very large conversation.
It just seems messy. I feel like I say that every time we talk about it, but it seems messy, and it seems like we're not getting anywhere with this problem. And the problem is, like, we all can't agree, not we all, but like everybody that's a part of that to get the stadium done, they can't all agree on the same thing. And now it's like you're waiting around, and then 2031 is going to come around, and the stadium's not going to be built in time or on time, and now what do you do? Like Lone Tree, it just seems like it's so much easier if you want to take it there.
And I'll continue to repeat myself, okay? If I'm the mayor of Lone Tree, I'd be calling weekly. That's how it's going right now. But let me finish by saying this. And I know I did this on Friday too. Despite the frustration and despite the potentially disturbed timeline, I still believe the most likely outcome is Burnham Yard. It may just not be when we thought. We'll see about that, though. We'll see about that.
There's still time.
Okay.
There's still time.
All right, our biggest takeaway from preseason game number 1 was... We'll get to it next.
Catch up on everything happening at DenverSports.com. Weeknights from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with Denver Sports Tonight. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
What's going on, Broncos country? It's Phillip Lindsay here. Football season is back, baby. But knee, shoulder, or back pain can bench you quickly. Don't sit on the sidelines. Go see my team at Regen RX in Denver. They specialize in in-game changing PRP and regenerative stem cell therapy to repair damaged tissue, tackle inflammation, and sideline chronic aches. So stop playing defense against joint pain. Give my friends at Regen RX a call today at 303-630-9770, or you can visit them online at regenrx.co. Again, that's regenrx.co. Guys, stop sitting around dealing with pain. Let Regen RX help you today. Go see them and let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you.
Walk into the back office of most small businesses and you'll see an old DVR humming on a shelf and a camera over the register the owner isn't even sure is recording. They got that like 10 years ago, and the company that installed it doesn't pick up. Vantage can repair or replace all of it. Cameras that read a face in the dark, access control, network, intercom, AV, one company, one number. Invest in real security for your business or property. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit business.vssicolorado.com today.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Here's a story my lovely wife Kimberly was particularly proud of. Jeffrey, a listener just like you, called 303 Law 4040 and said he was T-boned by a driver running a red light and rammed his car right into a tree. When the cops came, the other driver lied and the police believed him. They said Jeffrey was at fault. Now, with the big made-for-TV lawyers, that's where the case would normally end. Many of them won't even touch a case if they actually have to work to prove it. But Jeffrey insisted he was innocent. He worked with us together on our team to find the witnesses and the evidence to get the ticket overturned and the insurance company's denial reversed. At 303 Law 4040, we aren't a big settlement mill like the made-for-TV lawyers. Each client meets with me and my lovely wife Kimberly in person, and you get our cell phone numbers. If you've been injured in an accident, you know the number, 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We can't stop time, but we can make your day more efficient. And we can help you get fit and stay fit.
Hey, in Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
Imagine this. No more wasting time in traffic, no more crowded gyms. And here's the touchdown play. Get your family involved. Your health is your ultimate MVP, and I know staying fit is not always easy. Whether it's Rod, Carl, or myself, we shop at Fitness Gallery, and you should too. With the right equipment at home, you can train like a pro whenever it suits you. You never regret buying quality. Fitness Gallery sells commercial-grade equipment for the home. It's simply the best.
Invest in your health and happiness with Fitness Gallery. Visit one of our 7 store locations for a free home gym layout and design today.
As Coloradans, we know how important it is to protect our homes. And unfortunately, wildfires are a reality here. It's Zach, and that's why I trust 5280 Exteriors, a 2-time President's Club winner offering Class A fire-rated products designed to help protect your home. Thinking about upgrading your outdoor living space? Now's the time. Purchase a new deck during the month of August and get free solar railing lights. No payments and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. We come to you, quick, easy, and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500, plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule today at CummonsRecall.com.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning. One heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recyclon Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recyclon.org/Colorado.
Hi, this is Larry Jagger with SCL Mortgage. We can offer you the best loan program at the best rate available. Whether you are purchasing, refinancing, or interested in a second mortgage, visit myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Step Denver, a nonprofit solution to addiction and homelessness.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
All right, as always, there is just so much reaction on the RamosLaw.com text line.
Hey, don't be mean to the messengers. All right, all we're doing is relaying the message from everybody else that's around there. You know, whether it's from the Broncos, from other places. Like this is big, Z. A lot going on, man.
There is a lot going on. And a little bit later this week, I would like to re-engage the PSL conversation.
You want to go down that road again, huh?
Because I do have some, I think, unique intel on the PSLs, but today's not the day for it. I wanted to make sure we got to the, the Lot M Denver Water stuff because it was written about on Friday, and the person who wrote it joined us, right? So we'll push the PSL conversation. I'll share with you what I believe is going to happen here in the coming years after talking to a couple informed people. Shifting gears, Broncos preseason game number 1, Friday night, an absolute beatdown. I mean, a seal clubbing of the Atlanta Falcons. Your biggest takeaway was?
Biggest takeaway was that the Denver Broncos defense is still here. That the Denver Broncos defense is still the backbone of this team, which is fine. This is what you need. If you're going to win a Super Bowl, you got to have a dominant defense. And then you have to have a quarterback, a run game. We all know what you have to have. But defense wins you championships, ZB. It does. And that defense against the Atlanta Falcons. Now, yes, it was the Atlanta Falcons, but who cares? They got to still go out there and play.
Sure.
The defense was smothering. They were on top of the quarterback. They were getting interceptions. They were swarming around the running backs, the receivers. Like, they were on point from the jump. And that's a great sign because the Denver defense is going to have to come up big in these first 5-6 games of the season, Z.
There's no doubt about it. And, the strength of the team was so evidently on display. I mean, they were just in a vice grip, the Falcons were. The Falcons were de-feathered on Friday night.
Damn.
They were de-feathered. Think about this. This is nuts. In the first 4 Falcons offensive possessions of the game, guys, they achieved 25 total yards. Total in the first 4 possessions. Overall, the Broncos held Atlanta to 21 or fewer yards in 11 of their 12 possessions. They were just, God almighty, flying around. And then for me also, one of my bigger takeaways, and we'll get into some of the details and specific Denver Broncos here shortly. But for me, just operationally seeing 2 different teams, and when I say operationally, I'm not even talking about like getting in and out of the huddle or flags and stuff because there are too many of those. But I mean the football operation, top to bottom, the roster, where this franchise is at, as opposed to where the Falcons are at, like on their individual timelines. Well, just running 2 different races. I mean, the Broncos are trying to win a Super Bowl. The Falcons are trying to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, relevant.
Well, you see it, ZB, when you're watching the Falcons, like on the sideline, when the TV goes to the sideline, they're laughing. It's like, why are you laughing? I know it's a preseason game, but why are you laughing when you're getting your face kicked in?
Right.
Whereas when you turn the screen or the video camera gets turned to the Denver Broncos, they're all serious. You got Bo Nix talking to Sammy E in the fourth quarter. Okay, it seems like everybody's in tune, everybody's on the same page, asking questions, being the players' eyes when they have an opportunity and a young player comes out the game. They're talking with them. Like, that is a team that gets it. That's a team that wants to win a Super Bowl, and they understand that they need everybody, and they understand that everything matters. From the first quarter to the fourth quarter to the locker room to the plane ride, everything matters, and that's on Sean Payton instilling that type of mindset into these players.
Yeah, no doubt. The Broncos threes, they might be better than the Falcons 2s.
Doesn't look like.
I'm not sure, or maybe their 4s are better than their 3s.
Yeah.
It's just a more complete and further along top to bottom football operation, from the rosters to the coaches to the continuity, all that stuff. Yeah, it was an absolute beatdown. And Sean Payton, after the game, talking about beating Atlanta.
No, it's been a minute. I felt weird, obviously, because you never play someone in the division. I like that Matt's here. I think he's going to do a great job. And I think that, just talking with, I know a bunch of the coaches on their staff, and I think that when you come in and you're turning a program, there is that sense of urgency. And I think that experience these guys have. We know a handful of these coaches, and there's that sense of urgency in a division that, you can look at and say, hey, why not us? Mr. Blank wasn't here. I'm used to seeing him shoot 31 times. Felt like a long way to come for a preseason game, when you go like all the way, but it was good to see some of the people, and there's been a lot of change. It's good to see Matt, their coaching staff, all those guys.
So Sean, reflecting a little bit, okay. Did you see the lack of attendance at the game?
Yeah, I did. Now, of course, it's a preseason game, but when you are not a team that the fans believe you can go to a playoff, they're not going to be around. They don't care right now.
That's but that's like the first time that community has been able to see the Atlanta Falcons, and they said no, thank you.
And you got to give them something to latch on to. Give them something to want to come to. And right now, when you look at it, it's like, okay, Tua's there, but Tua's in a situation where if he doesn't do well, he's probably going to be done, or he'll be considered a backup for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Penix Jr. is hurt. You pay Bijan Robinson, but he's not going to play in the preseason.
Right.
Like, what else do they have, Z? To me, it's like you got to have something there that's going to attract people. You got Bo Nix over here. You got PS2. The defense in general. Offense is intact. Sean Payton himself is a big name. You want to see this. And then we were so close to the damn Super Bowl that everybody can just taste it. And we're ready for the Denver Broncos to explode, and they have to start fast and finish strong this year.
Well, I know obviously the interest in the Broncos is going to be like
in the history.
It feels like infinitely greater than Atlanta, but still like an opportunity to watch NFL football at a discounted rate for a massive, massive population like Atlanta.
Maybe it was Friday too, because it was Friday. You want to chalk it up to that?
No, no. All these fan bases are not created the same. They're not. Like Broncos country is just different, right? And there's a handful of fan bases like Denver's that are just rabid about their football team, And so Atlanta just kind of reminds me of Miami a little bit.
Yeah.
Big city, but man, it's kind of like
Miami will bring more to the table than Atlanta did on Friday.
Yeah, that was like if I'm a Falcons fan, I'm a bit embarrassed that dude, this is NFL football, preseason game number 1. Come in the air conditioning and watch NFL football, and no one came. It looked like there was 10,000 total people there. Half of them must have been Bronco fans. Okay, shifting gears. What did we see from the group of running backs? How about the wide receivers? Maybe a revival from one guy on Broncos offense, and we have a bit of a debate here, I think, about what's going to happen next when it comes to a couple members of the defensive side of the ball. We will get to all of that as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
It's our Recovery of the Week, brought to you by Step Denver, the men's residential addiction recovery program in Lower Downtown. Our Recovery of the Week this week belongs to the 2026 Denver Broncos, who haven't played a football game since losing in the AFC Championship game to the New England Patriots at home and missed out on a trip to Super Bowl 60, but they are powering their way through camp. They have the first preseason game in the books and are charging ahead for a successful and hopefully Super Bowl bound season. And that was our Recovery of the Week, brought to you by Step Denver. And it's Zach once again here, sitting down with Donovan from Step Denver. Welcome, Donovan. Talk to me about service.
Thanks for having me, man. To me, service is very important in recovery because it's all about getting outside of yourself and helping other like-minded people. And it means to give them a better understanding of what recovery truly looks like, showing them that there's nothing wrong with them and that they're just another person that's struggling. In a 12-step community, we have these things called service positions in every meeting. A great example would be like greeters. So there's something as simple as just saying hi, shaking their hand, giving them a hug, and making them a small cup of coffee. And I know that helped me out a lot. Even if it might feel inconvenient, I'm going to feel so much better about myself, about being of service. And when I help somebody, even if it's something as small as finding them their first meeting or helping them find a sponsor, he might be able to be of service to the next guy, and so on and so forth. And it feels great knowing that I helped build that lineage. Service is all about helping others, even when no one asks. And when I see the guys at Step practicing that in their daily lives, it always just brings a smile to my face.
That's incredible. Giving back, removing self, helping others. If you're struggling with addiction or you want to make a donation to help the men who are calling Step to get their life back, please visit stepdenver.org. stepdenver.org.
Recently, our company softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Colorado. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, Rob Biandino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled about 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. Man, I see so many bad stops on these DUIs. Unlawful arrests, the police putting body cams off. The evidence is sketchy. We got to go get the evidence. We go find those cameras, the stores, the ATMs, the banks. We got the experts to challenge their breath tests, their blood tests. My office has over 100 years experience at this stuff. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com or 720-706-5151.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Tune in to Mile High Money.
My biggest goal is education. I come from a family of educators, and I want you to know the who, the what, the why, the when, the how.
Helping you achieve your ideal retirement.
The risk that you're taking, does that equal the return that you should be getting? And a lot of times, the answer is no.
Tune in to Mile High Money with Adam Moeller. Saturdays at 8 a.m. right here on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Guys, are you looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get Advanced Hair's breakthrough one-day treatment during their once-yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. For details and a free consultation, call 720-459-HAIR or at advancedhair.com.
Lowest rate for life. It's our trademarked and most innovative product in the entire mortgage industry. Lock in your savings today, and if rates fall in the future, even as little as 0.5%, we will redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. Always have the best rate and maximize your savings. It's only at U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all. 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392. 126.
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
Ditch the bland, flavorless sports talk and tune into Freshly Grated, where Will Peterson and Marcello Romano serve up piping hot takes and bold opinions with no filter and an extra side of sarcasm. Every weekday at 2 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Like and subscribe today at Denver Sports 104.3 and come along for the ride. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
Rolling downhill here on a Monday, reacting to Denver Broncos preseason game number 1, fresh off of a weekend.
Reacted to some football, baby.
Man, isn't it so nice?
Oh, feels good. Music to my ears. Just the smell of the cut grass, ZB. Although they were on turf.
They were.
All right, cut grass when we go to camp. How about that? When we're at camp, it's still grass.
Which we still were out at camp today.
Yeah. I feel sorry for the fans that weren't able to attend because of the bleachers, right?
Yeah, they said that the wind was so strong over the weekend, and man, some of our communities just got walloped with hail that looked like potentially deadly if you were caught in it, like not under a roof, like legitimately, really scary. And I was bringing my mom to the airport in the afternoon, and luckily we didn't get hit with hail, but it was like as torrential of a downpour that you can have there. We saw over the course of 20 miles. Probably, well over 100 cars pulled off to the side of the road. It was nuts.
Not ZB though. He's like, Mama Bear, we gotta get to the airport. We gotta get you there now.
She got a flight to catch. You've been here for a week.
You gotta go.
You need to be on that plane, Mom.
Like, let's go to the side. No, Mama, we gotta go.
Oh my gosh, it was a great weekend, and got to take in some Denver Broncos football. I gotta give a quick shout out here before we dive back into the game. Man, I played in the Siltahar golf event yesterday, and I've done this for like 4 years in a row, and Mike Evans is gracious enough to invite me, and Paul Ruffner on the sales side, and I've never been a part of a more first class event than the one up north in Erie. It was like Colorado Nationals. It was the home of the Buffs.
Yeah,
home
I
of the
did
Buffs.
it with you last year. When
That's
we
right.
had this, they messed with us and had a Nebraska sign. Remember that?
That's
they had a
right.
Nebraska
That's
sign
right.
on the cart.
That's right. You smashed a house. I smashed a house yesterday.
Mike smashed the house.
But shout out Siltahar, Greg Larson up there. It is so first class. I look forward to it every single summer. It's just off the charts. And they treat you like royalty. It's just so. Appreciate those guys having me out there. The running backs.
The running backs.
Friday night, what did your eyes tell you in our first true indication on what we could be looking at come September as these practices, that we're at day to day are not tackling to the ground?
Well, ZB, let's go down the line. All right, number one, as we all know, J.K. Dobbins did not play. He did not attend the trip because he was dealing with the injury, but he was out there today. He was out there today during camp going through practice. He was actually practicing, so he'll be ready for preseason number 2. So R.J. Harvey got the go-ahead as the starting running back. I did like what I saw out of R.J. Harvey running in between the tackles. Now, what is my vision? R.J. Harvey running in between the tackles something that's going to be an everyday thing? No, it's not. I still think R.J. Harvey and the coaching staff probably still thinks that R.J. Harvey is going to be best if he does the third down work, catching out of the backfield in the outside runs. But it was good to see R.J. Harvey be patient back there on a couple power plays. And what a power play is when you get a guard that pulls in front of the running back. Running back has to be patient, set the play up, set the linebacker onto the offensive lineman, and then you hit the hole as hard as you can to try to pick up 5, 10, maybe 15, maybe even a touchdown if you can spark one up. But R.J. Harvey, he looked solid out there, and I hope that he can continue to grow in his role. And if he is a guy that has to go in there running between the tackles, he looked good doing it. But the show, the main course, the man of the hour was Jonah Coleman, ZB. I loved what I saw out of Jonah Coleman. Getting vertical, getting skinny when he's in between the tackles, breaking tackles, being patient, letting plays develop, power going his way, and he's letting a guard pull in front of him just for it to open up, bouncing it to the outside, but not just bouncing it when he gets the ball, setting it up and quick enough to bounce to the outside. I love what I saw out of Jonah Coleman, and it honestly is pairing up to what I'm seeing out of him during camp.
That's right.
Right? He's making those plays. He's getting vertical one cut. He's not messing around. He's running violently. That's the stuff that I want to see moving forward. And honestly, it should put a little bit more pressure on J.K. Dobbins. Yes, J.K. Dobbins is the starting RB. He's the starting running back. But if I'm J.K., I'm looking at this like, okay, they drafted Jonah Coleman for a reason.
Yep.
They believe in him.
Yep.
They love that he runs inside, right?
Yep.
In between the tackles. All right, I need to make sure that when I'm back, preseason number 2 against the Green Bay Packers, that I show, just like Cortland did, that I show that why I'm still running back number 1 and why they're going to lean on me. But Jonah Coleman had a great outing, and he needs to continue to build off that, ZB.
Man, very exciting.
Woo!
And it's just like, and again, we're gathering clues out at camp, and what we're seeing at camp is exciting when it comes to Coleman, and then you see it sync up with the game tape. And look, it was 4 carries, right? It was 4 carries. But we're seeing something with this kid.
Yes.
Like, there's something to this young man. I mean, the spin and how natural it was to just absorb that contact.
Balance.
Yeah, the contact balance there and just keep going. You're not just going to throw a shoulder into this guy. That's not going to do it. This is Sean Payton after preseason game number 1 on the Broncos run game.
Pleased with that. And look, I thought the runners played well, and I thought we blocked them pretty well. And it's a kind of a heavy front. They'll play some base, like we'll see. But I thought all those guys. I know we had 1 fumble, but those guys ran hard.
And that 1 fumble was from Jaleel. More on him in just a second. Here's more from Sean Payton on Jonah Coleman and the other running backs.
What we've been seeing, right? And then you see enough of it, and you're like, all right, when you stop needing to, and look, he's had a good camp, and I liked his balance coming out of some of the tackles, and so I thought overall that group had a good night.
They did have a good night.
Yeah.
They did have a good night. They averaged over 4 yards per carry, all right? That's with some zeros mixed in there as well. And then you also have to remember that Jonah Coleman had a separate double-digit run that was probably 12, 13 yards that called back. I think it might have been a hold maybe on McGlinchey.
Yep.
I think it was.
It was, and that's what. But as a running back, you have to understand when you get outside,
right,
you're liable to get a flag called on one of your offensive linemen because now they're having to stress to keep this block, which means they're going to probably have to hold the guy, and now the referees can see it if they got 20/20 vision, and now it's coming back. So as a running back and a young running back, you have to understand that you can help your offensive line or you can hurt them when you do things like that and you bounce to the outside.
I hope I'm not getting over my skis here, but Jonah Coleman's coming, man. He's coming.
You think if you had to put a prediction out there by the end of the year, does Jonah Coleman get more carries than J.K. Dobbins, or is this still like the J.K. show? Jonah Coleman is going to be implemented, and this is kind of like, hey, next year we'll talk about this.
It's a good question. There is a very realistic chance that Coleman ends up with more carries than Dobbins because of injury. If Dobbins is healthy for the first time ever, he's going to lead the team in carries. But Coleman, where he ends up on the totem pole, I'm not sure. But I just know that what they're seeing is matching up with their vision for Coleman. And so I've heard him talk about a lot of running backs, talk about them.
Yeah.
Right? And this is through different staffs through the years, or even Sean talking about, Audric Estime or fill in the blank. But he's in the vision squarely, and he's flashing. You're just going to see more of him. Is it more than Dobbins? Probably not. Is it more than Harvey? I'd probably make that bet right now.
Which to me, it's fine. You could ride the hot hand. Maybe R.J. Harvey's having a really good game. He busts one off for 50 yards. He's done it before. First game of the year against the Tennessee Titans, right? That inflates your stats. But maybe at that time, it's like the R.J. Harvey show. Maybe it is J.K. Dobbins and he's feeling himself, and you're like, hey, let's give him 17 carries instead of 15. And maybe at times it's like put the bowling ball Jonah Coleman in there. Let's pick up the first down, give him more opportunities. Now, I will say this, ZB. I praise Jonah Coleman with his pass blocking abilities, but he did not do a great job of pass blocking Friday night. And that kind of hurt my heart a little bit because I'm like, man, that right there, that will put you on the field and keep you on the field, or it will put you on the sideline and you'll have the coach and the head coach and the run back coach second guessing should they put you in there because they cannot get their quarterback hurt. You know who almost got their quarterback hurt? The Giants. If you go back and you watch the games, the running back did not do a good job of identifying who he had. Okay, he stumbled out of the gate. All right, now you have Jackson Dart just sitting there butt naked and just gets hit.
Back to the blue tent.
Back to the blue tent already, right?
Yep.
That right there could have injured that man for a very long time. That can't happen on this team. We cannot have Bo Nix hurt because a rookie like Jonah Coleman misses a block. So what I'm saying is Jonah Coleman needs to go back to the drawing board, understand that you can't lunge and launch yourself at a linebacker or a safety. They're too good. You have to stand your ground and just take on that impact and then use that strength that you have, right? That big butt that you have, and then push him back. But if you're in there to protect Bo Nix, you got to do it, and you got to want to do it.
Jaleel. I thought he was playing well.
He was, ZB.
Man, he was having a nice little evening. Now, he didn't take one to the house or anything. Well, he did actually score the touchdown in the pass game, but he was having himself a nice evening. And I think I would maybe frame it as a momentum-building type of evening.
Yeah.
How much equity did he give back when he put that football on the rug? And again, it's a tale as old as time. You're fighting for extra yards. You're, lunging out there.
But you got to know better. This is when you got to tuck it high and tight. You got to wrap it around the other arm around that ball so that you get more opportunities. Because if the pill hits the rug and the team wins because of it, and I've been in that situation, not in the NFL. I can brag about that. But in college, I fumbled twice and lost us the game single-handedly because of those 2 fumbles. And I felt horrible, man. Probably the worst I've ever felt. So for Jaleel, you're in this battle. I do believe the Denver Broncos are going to end up with 4 running backs on the roster. Now, 3 may dress, one may not, and that could be Jaleel McLaughlin. He is building steam. He has had a solid camp, but he has to take care of that football. And when you do put the ball on the ground, they go back and talk about it. The hopes and dreams are in that football. Okay, we're here to try to win a Super Bowl. And if the ball is on the ground and they can't trust you, you will not play. And if you're not playing, you're not on this team.
Right.
So Jaleel needs to go into this next game and bounce back. Hold on to the football. Keep doing what you're doing, being you, running hard, coming up with your touchdown dances, which was Chris Johnson's touchdown dance.
Is that what that
was? That was Chris
was?
Johnson's touchdown dance, yeah. Yeah, so it was a good little, hey,
like a
hat
callback,
tip.
like
Exactly.
hat tip. Yeah, I like that.
What he's dealing with, and
oh my gosh, I did not put that together.
Yeah, if you remember, now that was probably coming back to
Did he tell you that?
No, so I just know the dance. I know the dance. That's Chris Johnson made that dance up, right? And so yeah, only Chris Johnson, CJ2K. That's the only one that has ever done it.
And I'm sure people know this, but I know people are busy and you got families and you're working, maybe even 2. Like Chris Johnson is going through it. It's ALS, right?
ALS.
Oh my God! I mean,
it's hitting him pretty fast.
Yeah, he can't lift a cup. He said, right? I mean, it's just.
He talks through the computer now.
Right.
So he can't even move his whole body. It's just like his eyes and he's talking through that computer.
It is so. It's impossible to fathom.
Well, Z, last year he was running, I think he ran like a little marathon and, he was doing everything like normally. And then this year,
that's how quickly
he decided to come out with it. And it's just scary, and it's happening to a bunch of people,
Of course.
And so it's like, man,
yeah.
It makes you think.
Yeah, it makes you think. And also just like, is someone always has it worse?
Always.
Like no matter what you're going, we used to read this book growing up. And it's called Could Be Worse. And it's like, this thing happened. Well, Grandpa says could be worse. Could be worse. It just teaches you a lesson of like what. And then, goodness gracious, I did not realize that makes me love it.
Yeah, so he did that like a little hat tip to Chris Johnson, CJ2K. And yeah, so for Jaleel to make this team, he's going to just have to continue to be consistent on what he's doing. But he's battling with Tyler Bidet. The one thing Tyler Bidet is doing more of than Jaleel McLaughlin, special teams. That personal protector that we talk about. And what a personal protector is, guys, is the one that lines up on a punt, lines up in front of the punter to make sure that he kind of relays the message, kind of checks things like a quarterback, and actually came up big for Sean when Sean wanted to go with that fake punt against Buffalo.
Right.
Tyler Bidet was the one to check out of it, which, thank you for that, Tyler Bidet, because we probably don't win the game if you have that play called, that fake punt. So, yeah, Jaleel McLaughlin's in a battle with Tyler Bidet. So all these mistakes that happen, they build up. And when the coaches go back to talk about it, they're like, hey, we like Jaleel. But
yeah,
we can't trust him. In this case, they like him a lot. They're going to give him opportunities after opportunities because they want him to succeed. I know that for a fact.
Sure.
So let's see what happens.
All right, this is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver, and KARS FM Laramie.
The 5 o'clock whistle, powered by Smart Local Union 9 sheet metal workers. Smart Local 9, where pride meets your future.
We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive, powered by Regen RX.
Woo! Put me in the game, coach. I won't fumble. Now, I don't know how much I got left in the tank because I haven't been working out like that, but I won't fumble. I'll hold on to that damn ball.
How many carries? It was the NFL record until this year. It was it 663?
Yeah, something like that. I think Tyler Algier beat it.
Yes.
I think he still has it, right? I think he's just, racking up numbers and smiling and laughing in my face. So
yes.
I need somebody to take him out.
He's tap dancing on your old number.
He's tap dancing.
Yeah, but Phil did have the NFL record for most consecutive carries without ever having a fumble. Yeah, unfortunately for Jaleel on Friday night, we'll see how much that gets put on the scale against the good stuff that he did do. Moving on, let's talk about this defense. This defense was fantastic. The defense had the Falcons in a absolute vice grip. The Dirty Birds were in a bird cage. Okay.
What'd you say earlier? They defeathered.
They defeathered the Falcons. 25 net yards in the first 4 possessions for Atlanta. That is unbelievable. Across the board, the Broncos held the Falcons to 21 or fewer yards in 11 of 12 possessions. And I think the one, and this is off the cuff, I don't know this for sure, but I think the one where they accumulated more yards than 21, their one possession where they did was the pick 6 possession.
Yeah.
And so, and honestly, good for Jahdae Barron. We have talked about him extensively. We haven't. We've talked a lot about Jahdae Barron, but it's not because of stuff we see on the football field. He was actually a year ago the least talked about first-round pick in my time in Denver. Yeah. I mean, it just was just a little bit strange. Maybe it could be viewed as maybe a luxury pick or what have you. But he hasn't been on the field in a really unusual way after being referred to as the Crystal in the draft process. Well, the Crystal stayed in the cabinet last year. And I was really looking forward to seeing Barron just play football in a Broncos uniform.
We actually talked about it before the game started. Who needs to have a big day? Jahdae Barron. We both agreed on that.
And he ends up with a pick 6. Now, there's context to it. We'll talk about that in a second. But the fact that guy took it, what was it, 98 yards? I think the other way. It's his best Bronco moment. And now it did come in a preseason game, and that you'd like to draw from other moments. He had the Mahomes pick 6, but that got called back.
Yeah. 40-yard head start, Z. 40-yard head start. Does Jahdae Barron catch you?
Running a race that's 98 yards long?
Yeah, or 100 yards on, but you get
100 yards, I get a 40-yard head
to
start.
Score a touchdown.
No, not right now.
No?
Not right now.
Dude, zigzag.
Well, that's just taking up more ground. You better rather go in a straight line, Phil.
But at some point, it's going to stop his momentum, too.
Well, is he trying? Why is me going in a zigzag going to stop his momentum?
Man, once he
Are we racing or is he trying to catch me and physically attack me?
He's trying to physically attack you for talking crap about him. You got to run away. You're safe if you get to
He's
the
got
end zone.
the wrong guy. I've never talked crap about this young man.
You told me I was not the Crystal.
I've pointed out that, hey, we just don't have a lot of football substance to draw from. So good for him. I think that even beyond that play, he was around the ball. He was active. I would quantify Friday night for the Broncos' first-round pick from a year ago as a step in the right direction.
I'm okay with that. There's no pushback with a step in the right direction, especially because Jahdae Barron has struggled throughout this camp.
He has.
Now, the context to that is this is his first camp playing on the outside as a cornerback, which is obviously different than playing nickel. So he struggled a little bit. But
also, to be fair,
better.
I mean, hold on. But also, to be fair,
all right, I'll stand down for a second.
He hasn't been playing nickel. In many, who knows if he's ever played nickel? They tried to have him play nickel.
But he played nickel all last year. All last year in all the games.
That's right.
In all the practices.
That's right. But he got drafted for being an outside corner.
Yeah,
it's not like he's learning a new language.
But it kind of is when you get to the league and you got to go against the number 1s and 2s on the outside.
But he's never gone against
threes on the slot.
Never gone against 1s and 2s in the NFL. But he hasn't been put in that position
because he was playing nickel.
That's right. That's right.
So it's different for him. The outside is just a different beast. You're on the island on your own.
Totally.
And so he struggled. What I'm getting at is he struggled mightily on the outside. Now, it seemed like he started to get a little bit better as time went on, where he's aggressive, trying to break to the ball more, trying to get those interceptions.
Yep.
You could tell he's understanding the scheme a little bit better on the outside. And it showed, ZB. It showed. Why are you rolling your eyes?
No, I'm not.
Why?
I'm rolling my eyes at you.
Are you not?
I'm rolling my eyes at you. Are you okay? Show? Are you okay if I bring up a little nuance and context?
ZB, this is your world. I'm just living in it. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
You have to give him credit. He was in the right position. All right. And all you can do when something like what happens on Friday night happens is you act on it and you make a play. You either do or you don't, okay? So he deserves a level of credit.
The doers are the donors. I like it.
But like, it's like, I'll give you another example. Q Robinson, Patriots game. He's got a sack, right? That was awesome. But you go back and watch it, he's unblocked. But you either do or don't. But there's context to how you got to sacking Drake May in the AFC Championship game, right? So there's some nuance there. There's some nuance to how, if you're okay with me saying this, there's some nuance to how he ended up with that football. It was Karene Reed, basically doing a Stidham chest pass almost to him, and he was in the right place at the right time, got the ball, and ran 98 yards.
How do you think a big play is created? How do you create a big explosive play? As a running back, I hate when running backs do a dance and don't get their offensive line involved.
Totally.
You can't spring for a 50-yard touchdown without those big uglies up front, without the fullback doing his part, without the quarterback checking to the right place so that you can get going, without the receiver like Pat Bryant, your boy, and Cortland Sutton running downfield, sealing off the safety or the nickel, right? You need everybody to do their part in order for things to be successful for you or an explosive play to happen. That's exactly what Jahdae Barron did. All right, yeah, Karene Reed that went in there, knocked the ball, did his part.
He did.
And now Jahdae Barron's finishing it up. Cleanup job.
Yep.
At the right place, and if you want to say the right time, but it's playing your position the right way. It was zone coverage.
Yep.
You're in your zone.
Yep.
The ball comes your way. You make the play. You go for a 98-yard touchdown.
It's fantastic.
Not a lot of people can do that. 98-yard touchdown.
Excellent.
And you're still not happy.
No.
You still don't want to give my man credit.
No. I want to talk about the play with some level of nuance instead of getting the cleat.
You can do that with every play.
Instead of getting the grass from his cleat stuck between my teeth.
What about Riley? Was his just an amazing awareness, or was it zone coverage? The quarterback threw behind him. What you said one time with Jahdae Barron, the reason why he was able to get a pass breakup is the quarterback threw behind him.
Yes.
And Riley was able to make the quarterback pay by intercepting the ball against the Falcons.
Yes.
Friday night.
Yes, so there's context to Riley's pick too.
But we're gonna praise that and not Jahdae Barron.
Well, hold on. No. You talk about it. You provide the context. Okay. Was it the highest level of difficulty to intercept the ball? No, but you still have to go make the play.
Pick's a pick. Hey, if I find a way to win a championship and it's not the sexy way, you still win it.
I'm just talking about what happened and the layers of how it happened, right? We have a phrase in life, or at least in our English lexicon, is that hey, it goes something like this. Ready? Hold on. It goes something like this, hey, it fell into my lap. Right? Yep. You've heard that before, right?
Yep, but you got to be there for it to fall in your lap.
That's right. But it just fell into my lap. You got to be there. Right, you got to be at the bar at 3:40 when the lights are coming on, and then it just fell into your lap. So, look, he was in the right spot at the right time and made a play, and that is a step in the right direction.
What about the other play that he could have made? He made a play, but it could have been bigger.
Yes, and so I look at a play like that where now you have an opportunity that's ready baked to make a play on the ball, and you can't make it, and it's okay, So what would have been more impressive had he picked that ball off or had the one bounce to him? I would say making an actual play on the ball.
Well, he made a play on both the balls, but making that play where it's pick six and it's you're running up, you broke on that ball, great read.
Right.
You have it right in front of you, and when you drop it, of course you want to have that one back.
Totally.
But it's still a play you made. It's a pass deflection, pass breakup.
Technically, yes.
I mean,
you're right.
If Riley gets it or if PS2 gets it, they're doing their celebration. The strap, the lockdown. Yeah. You don't care.
The strap Harris.
That's again. That's why they're cornerbacks and not receivers.
Sure.
They can't catch like a receiver can.
Yeah.
But they're still good. He could have had more. Jahdae Barron, he left a lot out there that could have ended his day and had a great day where it's hey, this is what you needed, which he still did. He needed this confidence, but he could have had a little bit more.
No, and look, am I nitpicking a little bit? Sure.
You're that coach, huh?
Well, it's like one of these things.
Just bend your knees.
You know what? And people might not remember this. You might not. We were just talking about it though recently. Remember the receiver out of CU, Juwan Winfrey?
Yeah, Juwan Winfrey.
Right, had all the tools, right? And he's in a preseason game that was big for him personally, and he ended up catching the game-winning touchdown pass in a preseason game. Right, no time left, literally a game winner, and you caught it, and it was wide open, and he had to catch it. Right, you got to make the play, and he made it. earlier in the game, there's a big third down there. He's coming across the middle.
Gotta have it.
And he had it right through his hands. And it was like, I know you caught the game-winning touchdown. That's great. It's preseason, and you made that play, and that's good, right? But that other play, that would have meant more to me personally, like in evaluating you. And so I know we're a little bit in the weeds here with Barron, but rightfully so. This guy's the 20th overall pick that didn't really play as a rookie.
The fact that we have to talk about Barron like this.
I know.
And not as like a bona fide starter.
Right.
Is a bit of an issue right now.
And so it would have meant more to me, despite the pick six. And it's like pick six, that's the biggest play in football you can make as a defender. I think it would.
Not according to CB.
I look, and if someone wants to roll their eyes at me, that's fine. I'm used to it. But it would have meant more to me him making a play on the actual ball and picking that one off that he dropped than catching the one that fell in his lap and ran, unencumbered to the end zone. So
if you
it's
were
all good.
ranking it, if because you get grades in the NFL, they still grade you. The coaches have to grade you.
Sure.
And it's a scale 1 to 5. What would you give that? 5 being like that was a great play, which a lot of players are not going to get.
The pick six?
Yeah, or no, the one. Well, just like
where he didn't cap,
yeah.
Or just his performance in general.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a young player.
First preseason game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been struggling mightily when it comes to just that position on the outside as a cornerback.
I'll say 4 out of 5, dude. I'll say 4 out of 5.
I get down with that.
It's a step in the right direction.
Good confidence builder for him.
Yes. I just don't want to act like he's Dion, right?
He's definitely not Dion.
Not yet.
But there's somebody that's wearing 21 out there, ZB. You think he's Dion.
Oh, no.
My man got sleeves. You think he's Dion.
Oh, my gosh.
Riley, put them sleeves up real fast. He's not Dion.
No one out there is Dion. Maybe PS2's got his case, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But no, it was good to see Riley continue to make plays. He's had arguably the best camp of any Broncos defender. Hands down, he has had the best camp, and honestly, probably the best camp is between him and Pat Bryant. I agree with this.
For the two that have the best camp in general.
Every day, it's like every single day they make plays.
Consistency would go to either Riley Moss or Pat Bryant, whoever you want to give it to. I mean, you can. It's a toss up.
Yeah, and so you see Riley out there gathers an interception. That has been an issue for Riley with as much traffic that he sees. He doesn't make enough plays on the football.
And he's doing that a lot more in camp.
He is. And so you need to see those sudden change plays if you're getting that kind of volume thrown your way. And so we're seeing an improved Riley Moss. If you drew a line in Sharpie from the first half of last season to the second half, I think he had 7-8 defensive pass interference.
Mm-hmm.
In the first half, only 1 in the second half, and then you sync that up with what we're seeing on a day-to-day basis at camp, and then you sync those two things, what we saw in the preseason game, an extension's coming for old Riley Sauce. And I believe personally it's only a matter of if and not when. I don't think it's right now. I think they'll have him play into the season. But if he continues on the trajectory that we saw the second half of last year,
why are we waiting around? I
just want to see more.
Why?
There's no downside to wait.
There is
well,
a downside.
Well, maybe there is. Maybe there is. Tell me about that, Bill.
You know there is.
Tell me about the downside.
If the downside is, if you want to get something done, but you're saying let's just wait, let's play this out just to see what he's doing. Riley Moss, that is.
Yep.
In the season.
Yeah.
Right? Let's go 5 games.
Sure.
Now Riley's balling against some of the best receivers in the league, number 2 receivers in the league.
Yep.
Now Riley's looking at it like, hey, look, I was gonna take maybe 15, 16 a year. Now I want 20. Because I'm out here balling, got some interceptions. The penalties have gone down.
Yep.
All right, I'm at times I'm going against the number 1 receiver. You guys drafted me. You guys obviously had a vision, and now it's time to pay the piper. Now it's time for you to pay me for what I've been doing. Reward me, because it's not just
a flash in the pan.
Exactly. Right. I've been doing this during camp. I got better at the end of the season.
Yep.
Going into camp, I've been really good.
Yep.
And I'm doing it with 5 games against a brutal schedule. So, if you wait that long, now Riley's price goes up. So, if you are right, ZB, and you're saying that, hey, it's not about if, it's when, then why are we waiting? Why would you wait to pay Riley Sauce?
Well, you know what? I think maybe from the Broncos' perspective, you're just still gathering information before you make a massive decision on cornerback number 2. But Riley's damn good.
Really good.
And Riley's getting better. That's the thing. He's good. And he's getting better, and the Broncos drafted this guy, they developed this guy, and they're going to pay this guy.
They're not going to pay Riley Moss. They're not. You got Jaquan McMillan who's going to get paid, okay, because he plays a nickel position. It's less money, all right, and it's hard to find a nickel. Jaquan McMillan sitting right there, undrafted free agent, he fell into your lap. Okay, you got Riley Moss, who you've been developing. You drafted him as well. But the thing is, you drafted Jahdae Barron in the first round for a reason. For him to be able to, at some point, start on the other side of PS2. Now, I'm with you. Like, hey, look, if Jahdae Barron isn't up to par, don't put him out there. Just pay Riley. But, like, now you're sitting there saying that we were wrong on our pick, our first-round pick.
Well,
you could be wrong with a third round, but a first-round pick you're wrong with. Nobody wants to deal with that if you're a general manager or if you're that scout in there and you bang the table to get him in the first round, or if you're Sean Payton saying, I really like this guy and he's the crystal and we're not passing on a crystal for a blender.
Yeah, but hold on a second.
All right, I'm holding.
You could be wrong about Barron, and we don't know that yet. You have never once heard any of us here on this show call Jahdae Barron a bust. I see that stuff on social media.
Yeah, no.
It's like it's just too early. Now, you can have the conversation how things are trending. I mean, we have over a year sample size now. But you're also right about Riley. You know what I mean? So, like, both things could potentially be true, that you could be wrong about Barron but right on Riley. And luckily, you have that position sort of solidified or fortified through Moss. It doesn't, like, you can't let your agenda on how you solidify a position dictate whether that position is solidified.
You would think so, but this is the league, Z. And I told you earlier, people do not want to be wrong. They will force that issue. They will force it until they can't force it any longer. So if Riley Moss goes out there and he dominates, then Riley's going to force their hand to make a decision. And if I'm Riley, it's like, hey, dude, are you going to pay me the $20 million a year? If not, then I might as well just play the rest of this year out and then leave if you guys don't really want me. Because if you really want me, you drafted me, then pay me right now. But look, if I'm Riley, I'm looking at what they did to Jaquan McMillan too. They're making him wait. I mean, there's no extension coming his way yet. There needs to be, but they're going to want to see if he can do it again this season.
I think you can pay both guys. Well, I know you can pay both guys.
So you're going to pay both guys, pay PS2 a little bit more because he's going to want more after seeing what the cornerback position's getting paid again. You like to say more cheese on the Whopper. He's going to want a little bit more. I don't know why, but you know what?
They just added 5 million more slices.
Well, he wants 10 now. Like, he doesn't care. Like, he's the best player out there.
Well, he's getting paid below market value.
There you go.
Like PS2, like, just full stop, is getting paid, honestly, like, significantly below market value. The Denver Broncos have really done a good job of addressing that early and identifying where the market is going. And they're doing $5 million more out of the kindness of their heart, probably to appease the agent and the agency. And so it's like, let's get through this year. Maybe we can reevaluate. But I just think at that position, the strength of the defense is the Denver Broncos. And I don't think that you roll the dice on cornerback number 2 when cornerback number 2 in this situation is going to get the most traffic of any corner in the NFL, and you do it for the roll of a dice of a relatively, at this stage in the game, unknown and barren.
You roll the dice because George Payton feels like he's a guru when it comes to selecting cornerbacks. That's what he has done. PS2.
But hold on a second.
Riley Moss right now.
But hold on a second. Does it sound like Jahdae Barron was George Payton's pick or Sean Payton's pick?
George.
No.
You think it was Sean?
Yes.
I think George had to talk Sean into that. It's a cornerback.
I don't think so.
It's a cornerback slash nickel.
I don't think so.
I think it's George.
I mean, obviously it's both of them together,
Yeah.
but Sean Payton is going to have his finger on the scale the most with the first round pick. I think Jahdae Barron is a Sean Payton pick.
Oh, I don't know. But I will say this. Look, Riley is playing.
He's playing great.
Lights out right now.
He's playing great.
He's going to play himself into a big-time contract. Is it here? Is it somewhere else? It's going to be somewhere, whether it's with the Denver Broncos or with the Green Bay Packers.
That would be unfortunate. If you draft someone, develop them to have them walk away because you have a hope that a separate guy who has a higher draft grade on him can do the job as good or better.
Because now it becomes tricky because what if Jahdae Barron goes after these next 2 games and he balls out? What if he starts having interceptions?
That'd be amazing.
So now you have,
I think you open the door to the conversation.
Exactly. You have a sticky situation on your hands where it's like, what do we do? Are we going to push Jaquan McMillan out? But then it's like, okay, we brought in this first-round draft pick, Jahdae Barron, not to play nickel, but to be on the outside. But then you have Riley Moss. So what do you do?
You pay Riley Moss, and if you're going to do anything, if you're going to roll the dice on anything, you have Jahdae Barron play nickel first. You don't just thrust him into cornerback
just
too.
throw Jaquan McMillan out because he's undrafted, huh?
No.
Just throw him out, huh?
Phil, don't misunderstand me. I'm the guy saying you should pay both of these guys.
You can't pay everybody, though, because
you're the guy.
Bo Nix is
You're the
gonna
guy
get paid
saying
next year.
the first round pick. I didn't know you cared so much about draft status.
I'm just saying this is what
as
what
an
happens.
undrafted player, I didn't realize that was your true north compass. Now you forgot where you came from.
I started sleeping in silk sheets, of course. Okay, so what happens when they pay Bo $300 million, maybe a little over $300 million? They're paying PS2 over $100 million. Nick Bonito, Jonathan Cooper is still getting
How bad
paid.
do you want to win a Super Bowl if you're Greg Penner?
Well, if you win a Super Bowl this year, which you should do, then you get rid of Riley and get something for him.
Right, win the Super Bowl and get rid of the players who got you there. No, for sure. That's the Phillip Lindsay way.
That's how you do it. That's how you do
goodness
it.
gracious,
dude. You win the Super Bowl. You just did it. Now you go out there and now everybody's stock is higher. You get a second-round draft pick for Riley Moss?
Dude,
you flip it?
Dude, his contract is up after this year. He's walking away. Like, they're going to pay Riley Moss. You're going to lose another stake bet over this.
You could tender him. You could tender him and then trade him.
Yeah, you could franchise tag him too.
yeah, or franchise tag him.
Yeah, franchise tag him.
Yeah, you can.
So Riley Moss isn't going anywhere. All right, and here's the thing: you're forgetting something very important in this conversation.
And what's that?
And I'm actually and I'm actually shocked that someone like you is forgetting this. I'll remind you coming up next.
It's Training Camp 2026 Unfinished Business. Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth will kick things off starting at 6 a.m. Powered by Applied Future Technologies. Then Dover and Cecil will react live to all the action until 2 p.m. Thanks to Denver Roof Pros and Biondino Law Firm. At 2, The Drive will recap the day thanks to Aero Seal Colorado. Stay locked into Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and DenverSports.com for all the latest news and information during football season. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Skip this year's front porch roofing circus and bring in the local professionals.
Visit us at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been fighting for seriously injured car accident victims in Colorado. Serious accidents demand serious representation. We dig into every detail of your case, and we don't back down until we get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you or someone you love has been seriously injured in a car accident, call the Wilhite Law Firm today at 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com.
Kwiat Diamonds, a legacy of brilliance since 1907.
We're proud at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood to have been chosen as Colorado's exclusive Kwiat diamond jeweler.
From Kwiat's Mine to Shine diamond, the natural diamond cut, polished, and designed just for you.
To Kwiat's red carpet collections of designer jewelry, including American Beauty, Lyric, and Kwiat Star. They're all here.
Kwiat diamond rings and diamond studs, Kwiat diamond bracelets, and Riviera necklaces have long been the toast of Fifth Avenue.
Because Kwiat's whiter, brighter, and larger looking diamonds cut to the world's highest standards.
I'm Dylan Williams. Shayna and I invite you to come experience the breathtaking beauty of Kwiat diamond jewelry for yourself.
Or the one you love.
For the American beauty in your life.
At Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, Colorado's exclusive Kwiat jeweler.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Attention Ram owners. Did you know you could get $500 for Recall 67A without leaving your driveway? With new mobile appointments, we'll come to you. We'll finish the simple software update in under an hour, and it won't affect your truck's performance. Plus, you'll get an extended warranty worth thousands. Make a power move. Schedule Recall 67A today at CumminsRecall.com.
Find your next adventure this August in the new 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid during the Honda Summer Event at Champ Honda. With impressive hybrid efficiency, modern technology, and the versatility Colorado drivers love, the CR-V Hybrid is ready for your daily commute or your next weekend getaway. Champ Honda has one of their largest selections in years, making it easy to find the right vehicle. Plus, with their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, buying is simple, transparent, and Champ Honda never charges dealer handling fees.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why professional contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. For 35 years, this family-owned, locally operated supplier has delivered quality products, next-day delivery, and quick will-call service that keeps builders on schedule. From new construction to remodels, their experienced team is committed to helping contractors succeed. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise built for Colorado contractors.
It's your boy Stink. Ever wonder, what if the best room in my home wasn't inside? That's what Inside Outside Spaces helps homeowners create. They design a backyard that actually fits how you live. Custom pergolas, shade structure, patio covers, screens, decks, paver patios, outdoor kitchens, and fire features. They'll build you an oasis that you can enjoy year-round. Inside Outside Spaces, turning your backyard into a retreat from the summer heat. Visit them at InsideOutsideSpaces.com. One company, one team, one call.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard's new Orchard Offers, you don't just get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. That's right. Make investors compete with Orchard's cash offer marketplace. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers. You review them all and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer or worry about leaving money on the table. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard Offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Are you one of those people who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at ColoradoSedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
All right, we just went down a rabbit hole. I want to try to get back out of it.
What'd I forget, see?
I want to try to get out of it.
I got memory like an elephant. What'd I forget?
But, you know, we're going back and forth on the extension talk. Riley Moss. I mean, we know that he's up for one, as is Jaquan McMillan. I would pay them both. These are two young players. It's smack dab in the middle of their physical prime.
Yeah, pay everybody.
Fortunately,
pay us too, ZB.
Fortunately, here with the Denver Broncos, they can pay who they want to pay. This is the wealthiest ownership group who has prioritized the on-field football operation as much as anyone that you will find around the NFL. What was the stat? Like $500 million in extensions has been given out in the last year and a half. I mean, it's just it's nuts, in the best kind of way, nuts. I want to try to come to a resolution with this conversation so we can talk about other players here, okay? But the one thing that you are failing to remember, and I'm here to help you with it. When we talk,
I appreciate the assistance.
When we talk about, hey, Riley drafted, developed, and you're going to let him walk because you're gonna play Jahdae Barron, your first round pick from a year ago.
That's if Jahdae's doing well. Yeah, you got to make room for the first round draft pick.
don't forget Sean Payton saying the locker room has to know that you're playing the best players. So you cannot force this.
Oh, no.
And it's fantastic that Jade Barron took a step in the right direction, and hopefully in time with more playmaking, this does become a more relevant conversation in 2026 than I think it currently is or will be for this year alone. And that would be great. I mean, if you're talking about like, man, like Barron is just lights out every time he's on the field, you got to get him on, and you might have to do something that you don't want to do. Now, I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to extend Riley, and I think they're going to extend J-Mac. But man, if they did do that and they tried to force it, man, you would disrupt a cohesion in that locker room right now that I think Sean Payton is incredibly sensitive to.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's why I'm not sitting here saying Riley is going to be the starter this year. But I don't believe that the Denver Broncos are just waiting right now to sign Riley Moss. One, they want to see more from Riley. Right? Like
sure.
Hey, are you changed? Are you a changed man when it comes to holding? We have to also remember, and this is a good thing for the Denver Broncos defense, VJ, they played a lot of zone during Friday's outing, right? Friday's preseason game. That's great to see. You want more turnovers, you're going to have to play a little bit more zone, because when you're playing zone, that means that you're looking at the quarterback. That means you're baiting the quarterback. So, yes, there may be a hole open. The quarterback thinks it's open, but it really is not. And you have someone like Riley Moss that steps in front of it, picks the ball off. That's how you get more turnovers. That's how you generate the turnovers. So we have to also understand that. Both Riley and Jade Barron's interceptions were in zone coverage. All right, now, on top of that, it's like, can you play man? Now, Riley has been doing a good job in camp.
He has
playing man, not being as handsy.
And he's
good.
And he's a good man corner.
He is. He's athletic as heck. And he's a damn good cornerback. But they want to make sure before they give a man $20 million to play alongside PS2 that he's consistently himself all the time. So he needs to go through these first 5 or 6 games, which is a gauntlet of a schedule at the beginning of this season. He needs to go through Kansas City, Jacksonville, the Rams, San Francisco, the Chargers, Seattle. And if he's still playing at a high level by then I can see an extension coming his way. But they're going to wait as long as possible before they just pay Riley Moss or even Jaquan McMillan right now, it seems like.
Yeah, you don't sound crazy in terms of waiting. That's why I go back to me saying I think it's a matter of if. Or it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
It's about if, huh?
Like I think he's getting a contract extension. Would you be stunned if it came across our phone, Ian Rappaport reporting that the Riley Moss and the Broncos got a 4-year, $80 million deal done? Like, wouldn't shock me at all.
After the 5 games. If they give it to him right now, I'd be stunned.
Well, okay. Oh, okay.
I'd definitely be stunned. Like, wow. Like,
just know that if you wait the 5 games, it could be Ian Rappaport is reporting it's 4 years, $100 million. I mean, that
So tell me this.
There's risk involved there too, from the Broncos' perspective.
Would you give Riley Moss a contract extension right now?
No, I don't have any problem with having it go into the season. Let's see you do it. Let's see you do it some more. I know second half of last year you were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You were like bordering on elite number 2 corner. He's got to make more plays on the ball. We know that.
Which will happen this year. It's already starting.
I agree.
Riley Moss interception, Jade Barron. ZB being the biggest hater. He had an interception.
I'm not being a hater. He did have a pick, and it was awesome.
Could have had 2 of them things.
But there's nuance to it. But, yeah, so good conversation. I think hyper-relevant conversation, and I think these conversations are happening inside of the 4 walls over there at Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit. Elsewhere around the preseason game, what did you make of, and we'll maybe spend more time on this tomorrow, but what did you make of the first game with Davis Webb as a play caller?
You know what? It was exciting. I'm proud of Davis Webb. He went out there for the first time, like actually being the OC. Now, he did it one time last year, but we know that like no matter what, he wasn't going to be the offensive coordinator. He is, Davis Webb that is the offensive coordinator this year, and it was great to see him. One, it was smooth operations, getting the quarterbacks in and out of the huddle, right? Like you're seeing that right now where the quarterback is having time to digest what's going on the field, make its checks. That's because you have Davis Webb with who has simplified the play calling. All right, I like the mixture of run-pass. Davis Webb was able to run consecutive times.
I think they had one sequence where they ran it 4 times in a row.
There you go.
And I'm like, whoa, this is legal.
This is new. I like it. I like
that was
this
good.
New.
That was good.
So like that. Involving the fullback, which I know Sean likes to do as well. So that was good. Little hat tip, like, hey, Sean, you like your fullbacks. I'm going to get him involved. Prentice picks up the first down, and then you reward your fullback by scoring the touchdown on the 1-yard line. I like that move. meaning in letting everybody know that, hey, look, everybody matters. Fullbacks matter too. They're doing a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to blocking, so reward them when they're on the 1-yard line and let him score, let him do his dance. I love that Davis Webb was balanced with the run in the past, but in particular balanced with just like the intermediate game with the passing game, but also a couple deep balls downfield, being more aggressive than you would in the first preseason game, ZB.
Here was Sean Payton after the game on Davis Webb's play calling.
Not thinking that. Meaning he's thinking of having his best night tonight.
Really? So you're not worried?
No. Because that he's thinking.
And by the way, let me just set this question up better. The question was about like saving stuff. I want to say, like, are you showing your best stuff, or are you like? And we discussed this late last week, like just how much of the Broncos offense, like, are we actually going to see, or is everything going to be vanilla? Are you thinking about week 1 and kind of tipping your hand? And this is what Sean said.
Not thinking that. Meaning he's thinking of having his best night tonight.
Really? So you're not worried?
No. Because that he's thinking of having his best night tonight, and that's how I would approach it the same way. Like, and I think all the self-scout and the opponent stuff, and then what they're doing defensively, how they play defense is a little different. So, yeah, we're not thinking that far ahead. It's a good question, but I think he's thinking about, like, man, getting that confidence going with the group and the run game and the play action.
Gosh, and we were talking about this on Friday.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, if you're Davis Webb, it's like, yeah, you're maybe not going to bust out like your best trick play or something in preseason, but you also want to have success. This is your dress rehearsal.
Yes.
You have 3 of these. A lot of the starters are playing. Like, you don't want to fall on your face, in preseason game number 1, and that's not what we saw. We saw, I think, quite a bit of just good stuff. And you're talking about the downfield stuff, and some end around stuff.
It was great flow, right? You didn't know what to expect. Is it a run? Is it a pass? Like you said, the end around. Is it a short pass, intermediate? Is it downfield? Some creative runs when it comes to misdirection, some pulls. Like everything you wanted to see, you got to see from Davis Webb, and he did it effectively. He did it smoothly, where it's like there was a rhythm to it. You got to be able to dance a little bit, and Davis Webb was able to do that. And it was like, okay, what does this next preseason game look like? What does preseason number 2 look like with Bo Nix? How are you going to do that with play action, getting Bo on the run a little bit more? Are you guys going to try to force Bo to stay in the pocket and read? Like, what does that look like when you're getting ready for the Green Bay Packers?
Have you ever seen a movie or even heard about it yourself when someone comes up to you and says, you've been served?
Yeah.
And like you're formally handed official notice of like legal proceedings against you.
Don't tell me you're about to do that to me.
You've been served. A reminder.
Oh.
About what? We'll get to it next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Progressive knows when it's 3 a.m. and you can't sleep, your mind starts racing, asking the big questions.
Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle? How come you never see baby pigeons? Am I breathing weird right now, or have I always breathed like this?
Progressive can't help with those questions. But if the question keeping you up at night is about your insurance, rest assured, we're here online when you need us, 24/7, 365.
But seriously, where are all the baby pigeons?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Cecil Lammy here from my friend SodaDietNutrition.com. Listen, 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Soda taught me how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And with a degreed nutritionist, they set up a dynamic diet plan for me, for my schedule, for my food reactions, for my food preferences that helped me lose the weight naturally. And that's the thing. There's no shots, there's no pills, no mystery chemicals you're putting in your body. It's just knowing how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And being trained that way by Soda has allowed me to lose this 60 pounds and then keep it off even 5 years later. You want to lose that weight? Stop hiding on those summer pictures, right? I get it, man. When I was overweight, I didn't really like my picture taken. And now I love it. Get me to the front, baby. Confidence back, swagger back. I look and feel 10 years younger. It's simply amazing. And you get 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA and mention the fan. 866-800-SODA and mention the fan for 4 weeks free on their big summer deal. It's SOTA. You can say it with me. State of the art.
Hi there, I'm Kim Rudell, owner of Wills and Wellness Estate Planning. The summer is flying by, as it tends to do. Stop putting off completing your estate plan. Come in and see us before school and sports start picking up this fall. We can help with wills, trusts, guardianship, powers of attorney, medical directives, and more. Come in before Labor Day and we'll get 10% off your estate plan. Just mention this ad. Find us at willsandwellness.com or give us a call at 720-266-8190.
Recently, our company's softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win, like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Colorado. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, where he can get a battery for under $100. Lonnie, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Lonnie does that for free too. In no time at all, John is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
It's Training Camp 2026, Unfinished Business. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, powered by AeroSeal Colorado.
All right, final segment here on a Monday.
You're serving me something, DB.
You've been served.
The thing about being served, you got to touch that paper. I'm not touching it. I'm out of here. My name ain't Phil.
I think you've been served with a reminder. And I didn't think you needed one. All right. But you got one anyway on Friday night. Cortland Sutton. You were served a reminder of just how good that guy is.
Court's good, man. He's a bad man now.
He really is. And for whatever reason, that even after the last few years, because not that I was ever like, Sutton's stealing money from the Broncos or something like that. My tone around Sutton has changed really in the last couple of years because I have a whole bunch of new information. and mainly the 22 season, the 23 season, the 24 and 25 season. And at a certain point, dude, this guy deserves his respect. And
he's
obviously,
getting it, though. He's getting it this year or last year because he had the 1,000-yard year.
He did again.
NFL's top 100 list.
NFL top 100.
Makes it.
Yep.
So people are starting to take notice, which is crazy, but they're taking notice of how good Cortland Sutton is.
Yep. And I've heard the same thing a lot the past couple years, but especially this past year. Cortland's only a number 1 in Denver. He wouldn't be a number 1 anywhere else. And guys, that's just not true.
Yeah, that is not true.
It's just not true. Okay, like he would be. How about this? Would he be the number 1 in Kansas City?
Yes, he would.
I believe so.
Hands down.
Would he be the number 1 with the Raiders?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Would he be the number 1 with the Chargers?
Yes.
I think so.
Ladd McConkey and Cortland Sutton, that'd be a crazy duo.
So, and there's some other awesome receivers on those teams, right? Ladd McConkey being one of them. Really good player. So Cortland Sutton is the literal number 1 receiver in the AFC West, along with Waddle, if you're going to say. But, like, this guy, he goes out there and he's boxing, homeboy out at the goal line, basically, wins, a rebound battle, a 50-50 battle. He pulls another one in with one hand. Like, if Cortland were to continue to play in that game.
He had 60 yards.
Dude, he would have ended up with 130 yards on like 7
yards.
catches. Like, 60 yards, like 20 yards per catch.
And look, I don't need a reminder. Cortland Sutton is him. This is why, you go to him on third downs. Mr. Reliable.
Number 1 receiver in the league on third and fourth down.
Was that 2 years in a row?
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. Like, you can't sit there and hate on a man like that. But this is what happened in my head, what's getting me thinking and getting me excited. All right? What is Waddle going to look like? If Cortland looked like that, what is Waddle going to look like with the speed that Waddle has? The route running ability, the way he drops his hips and gets out of those routes, the separation that he gets, both of them are going to eat. We no doubt about that. We can agree on that. But Waddle in this situation when it's one-on-one, I mean, my man's going to be butt naked wide open down the field on a seam route, and Bo Nix is going to it's going to be pressure put on him to make sure he puts it in the breadbasket on the right spot and doesn't overthrow it because he's so open. Like Waddle is still, there's going to be a reminder for you coming. Hey,
but
there's going to be a reminder for
even
you
your
coming.
Even your tone right now. Even your tone right now. It's
the
like
body language.
You're like, if that's what Cortland's doing, imagine what Waddle would have done. As if Waddle's in some different classification of a player. He's not. He's not. Now, he's a different skill set, and he's probably will be the number 1 target on the Broncos.
You don't get to say that.
But
He probably, no. After just saying that, no.
Man.
Stand 10 toes down. It's court, right?
If that's what Sutton did, imagine what Waddle would have done.
You can't imagine that? I can't imagine that? I can't? It's a free country. I can't imagine that.
Just put some more respect on your former teammate's name. Seriously, that guy is awesome. It looks like he's lost some weight.
He did. He said that he lost some weight. I talked to him today. He let me talk to him today.
He still talks to you, even after wow.
Probably not after today. But he said he lost weight. He's feeling good. Mentally, he's all there. He's listened to all of us talk. He said, hey, I still want to go out there and show that in year 9, I'm still here. That I'm still going to make a big impact. And that's exactly what he said. And that's exactly what he did on Friday. And he's going to do it again on Friday coming up here against the Green Bay Packers. And he'll do it again against the Vikings because that's who he is. And now he's going to be able to have that combination with Waddle as well because Waddle was out there today, guys, running routes.
That was so good to see.
And you're going to get served here preseason number 2, ZB.
Well, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it is.
I would
get served.
Come on. I would absolutely love to get served with a Jalen Waddle reminder. I'm sure it's coming. It's just a matter of time. Look, the Denver Broncos, all jokes aside, guys, it's one of the best wide receiver room in the entire league.
Yeah. When you really sit down and think about it, yes. We didn't even talk about Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant.
Yeah.
Pat Bryant had the first catch in the game on Friday. Okay, was it 13? Was it 15?
Yeah, 15 yards.
15 yards. I mean, come on. That's Stidham getting and connecting with Pat Bryant right off the bat. That's cool to see. That's good to see. Pat Bryant has had a phenomenal camp, if not the best camp out of anybody. It's between Riley Moss and Pat Bryant.
Yep.
We haven't even talked about those two. This is going to be a fun year as long as everybody can stay healthy.
Yeah, there was 7 different players, pass catchers, that had a catch of 15 yards or more. 7 different players in one game. So some of the things that we were looking for, just hallmarks of change in this, quote-unquote, let-it-rip offense under Davis Webb, you wanted the ball going down the field. That's what we saw. We saw that. And in separate pockets of the game, we saw, and again, it's preseason game number 1, but we're gathering clues here. We saw an earnest effort to get these running backs going.
Yeah.
4 runs in a row. We hadn't seen that a lot under Sean Payton. Rarely did we see 2 runs in a row.
Evan Ingram sighting.
Sighting.
20-plus catch. So it's like, okay, you want to see more of that. We saw a little bit of that actually today during camp where there was a couple more creative plays for Evan Ingram. And he's hopeful, too, that Davis Webb's going to get him more involved. And it looks like he is. At times it looks like it's not, but we don't know the whole playbook right now, ZB.
Right.
What does install 14 look like for the running backs and the tight ends?
All right, really fun day. Elite day for my newly turned 8-year-old. On the day before he goes back to school, I had to bring him to work with me today because we didn't have childcare. So that meant bringing him out to training camp. And this
Best
kid,
time of his life,
he had the best day, man, on a day that fans weren't allowed. And it sounds like they're going to be allowed back in. They fixed the issue with the bleachers. But this little 8-year-old got to watch practice, and Phil brought him over after, got to dap up Cortland Sutton and Garrett Bowles and Jaleel.
Yeah, Jaleel.
And
Evan Ingram was there. Who else? Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle got to dap him
Waddle.
up.
Yeah, get the Waddle.
So cool, man. That kid.
Katzis, too. Katzis was there talking with Court.
Yeah, Colby Katzis.
Yeah.
He'll remember today, maybe for the rest of his life. At 8 years old, core memories start to happen. And being able to rub shoulders with those guys for probably 10, 15 minutes,
having conversations.
Made his life.
My man was leading the conversations.
Made his life. It was so funny, man.
He was like, he told Cortland, he said, "You're my second favorite player."
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he was like, number 1 is Bo.
Oh, my
Cortland was like,
God.
I can understand that.
Oh, my God. I didn't realize he said that. Goodness gracious.
Cortland laughed. He smiled. He liked it. You got to have your quarterback now.
I love it, man. I got some pictures and videos that I'll put on maybe Instagram later today. But, man, really fun day. The show flew by, and we'll be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock to do it all over again.
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate you guys rocking with us on a Monday. We step aside. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Catch up on everything happening at DenverSports.com. Weeknights from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. with Denver Sports Tonight. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Hey Denver, Zach here. Need foundation repair, waterproofing, crawl space repair, egress windows, or concrete work? Trust Homestrong to get it done. They can even turn your crawl space into a finished basement in weeks. Visit BuildHomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
When you've been hurt after a traumatic car crash, you don't need a sales pitch from an attorney with big promises and a loud voice. You need a team who fights for real results fast. That's why so many across the country choose the Berg Simpson Law Firm. Berg Simpson is nationally recognized, but is local right here in Colorado. So give us a call and let our team fight for the results you deserve today.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
When your joints hurt every day and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option. Do your homework first. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you right here in Denver. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that can change your life. Call QC Kinetics today for a second opinion and know your options. A conversation and consultation are totally free. Call today, 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
It's summer sale time in Colorado. Hi, folks. Dan Cicchini, done right kitchens, baths, counters, floors, finished basements, windows, and doors since 1985. Book now for select install dates this fall and save 14% on your done right remodel up to $3,000. drhi.com.
You know your age, your weight, your income, and probably even the mileage on your car. But what's your testosterone level, and is that level normal for your age? If you don't know the answer, Low T Center can help, and we'll do it for free. Come take a free testosterone test and find out if Low T Center can help invigorate your life like it has for thousands of other men in your area. Go to fixmylowt.com and book an appointment online for your free T-test today.
The Tree Farm's 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 20th. It's our biggest sale of the year with thousands of carry-out size trees that are easy to handle and easy to plant. Buy the first tree at regular price and get a second tree for only 50 cents. Choose from thousands of shade trees, flowering trees, fruit trees, evergreen trees, ornamental trees, and more. The Tree Farm's 50-cent tree sale starts Thursday, August 20th.
I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
Stop waiting for rates and take advantage of real buying opportunities. Lowest Rate for Life helps you get the deal you want on the home today, and if rates fall in the future, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fees. U.S. Mortgages 303 low rate.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
There's a difference between the cameras you buy at Home